What's up, everybody? Happy Valentine's Day. It's a special Valentine's Day Pink Trip episode. I'm here for you guys, and it's going to be so sweet. It's going to be great, guys. I hope everybody's doing good on Valentine's Day. Much love from Pink Trip. We're going to be going deep tonight, boys. Real deep. And yeah, I mean, some of you might not have anybody tonight, but I'm here for you. I'm here for you, okay? It's gonna be a sweet episode, boys. It's gonna be like it's not gonna be as good as lovemaking, but it's gonna be close. It's gonna be really close. Hope everybody's having a great Valentine's Day. So I've been wanting to cover this for a while now. Old Stephen A. I think he's going to run for president. I think the writing's on the wall. I think he's going to run and he's going to position himself as like a moderate Democrat. Which, you know, I mean, that would make me feel a lot better, to be honest, if the Democrat Party would start putting forth like moderate candidates again instead of these wackos, man. I would feel a lot better about the future of this country. So let's hope. Look, I'm not saying Stephen A is going to be great, blah, 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 but I mean, a pullback towards the center from the Democrat Party is much, much needed right now. And I think, yeah, a lot of people, you know, on the right would feel good about that. Would be like, oh, shit, at least the Democrats are saying again, I don't have to fucking freak out about what they're going to do when they get in power. And yeah, so we got some clips from Stephen A. It does look like he's going to run for 2028. And then we got Alex Jones, who doesn't buy a single second of it. Which could be very possible that it's all just a game. For a while now, there's been a lot of clips of Stephen A. kind of sounding based, you know, not sounding like a woke Democrat, but like a rational, kind of old school Democrat, you know. And that'd be great. I mean, you even got Hillary Clinton coming out talking about how immigration has been a disaster and it needs to be fixed. It's like, oh, okay, maybe that's the play here. Maybe that was always the play. To make the Democrats look so fucking insane, right? To go so far left that it makes Hillary Clinton look normal. It makes Hillary Clinton look kind of like a centrist moderate. Because she kind of does now with how fucking insane the party's gotten, man. But I hope everybody's doing good. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Should we you know, let's have a good one. Let's love it up. Let's have a good 2-hour episode of just sweet lovemaking. Ooh, want to put it deep inside your heart, your heartstrings. I want deep inside your heart. Look, we're not having sex on this episode. Calm down, okay? There will be no sex. Just a lot of double entendres. I don't know, man. I figured I'd mix it up for a Valentine's Day intro, guys. I hope you're all doing good. JL Dubs, what's up? Freeman. MHLO Mods. El Jefe. What's up, brother? What's wrong with John today? This music reminds me of my ex-girlfriend. Oh, no, John. It's okay, bro. I'm sure they're great memories, man. You know? There could always be a bright, you know what they say, look at the bright side of life, John. You know, I don't know about your ex-girlfriend, but if you're feeling lonely tonight, just imagine like, yeah, I mean, there is the possibility you could have a beautiful, amazing woman who makes your life better.
Lescoister 5395 super chatted $2. I love you, Trip. You're the only podcaster in my life.
Oh, yeah. Well, I love you too, Miles. Hope you're doing good, brother. But the most likely outcome right now, thank you for the super chat, bro, is that you'd probably have an annoying woman who would just be constantly nagging and making you miserable. So at least if you're alone, you can enjoy yourself, right? You know, I mean, yeah, you could possibly end up with like the diamond in the rough who's going to make your life better and be amazing. But the likelihood is that's not what you would end up with. You'd end up on this Valentine's Day, not alone, but completely fucking miserable with a crazy woman driving you nuts. But instead, you're here with me and I will never, ever do you wrong. You can trust me. Thank you, Miles Coaster. Thank you, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a great Valentine's Day. Links are in the description. If you want to support the show, it's very much appreciated. Super chats as well. And Discord, all that good stuff. You know? my second channel, all that good stuff. But yeah, let's catch up with some of the stuff Stephen A has been saying, which makes him seem very very much like a moderate Democrat. And I'm not kidding. Like, I would feel better about the future of this country if like I saw the moderate Democrats kind of take over again and like see the party return to sanity. That would make me go, okay. Maybe there's a path forward here. Maybe, it's not all doom and gloom. But yeah, Stephen A. Smith moving closer toward presidential bid as Democrat candidate, according to the Forbes. And this has been something that's been speculated about. I've speculated it. And Alex Jones was actually saying this before this was announced. So again, Alex Jones ahead of the game. Here's him in an interview talking about it.
Did you run as a Democrat?
Yeah, because I couldn't see
boy.
myself running as a member of the GOP. I'm a fiscal conservative.
Oh, he's a fiscal conservative, but he's socially liberal, right? Yeah, we've heard that one a million times. Here's the thing, though. The real problem that we can't overlook with getting moderate candidates into the Democrat Party is their elections. Like, Stephen A. could technically win, right? He's got everything. If he was to play it right, I think all you'd have to do is focus on healthcare. And if he did it in a way where it's not like, hey, let's just socialize everything, but more like, hey, I'm going to fix healthcare by removing the rot, by removing all the fucking profiteering and like going and looking at every link in the chain of healthcare costs and figuring out where things are just being gamed and they're not really providing any value. Like, you could, I think, in theory, actually do some damage and make healthcare more affordable by, tackling it that way. It doesn't have to all be fucking socialism, and if he was to pair that with, some basic common sense, conservative ideals, I think he could pull together a coalition. But then he's got to be careful that they don't Bernie him, because the Democrat Party, you got the super delegates, and they can override the popular vote if they don't like somebody. So he'd have to be willing to go in there and fight a lot harder than Bernie did, because Bernie kind of bitched out, man. Bernie became a big pussy.
I can't stand high taxes.
Yes,
but I'm
me
a
too.
social liberal. In the same breath, because I believe in living and let live. I pay attention to the desolate and the disenfranchised. Yes, I like strong borders. That's absolutely true.
Social liberal. I like live and let live. I don't know. Just get rid of the social part of liberal, and I'll be fine.
Never needed open borders, but we don't need it to be completely closed either. We're a gorgeous mosaic.
Sounds like you're getting a stump speech ready, Stephen.
No, there's no stump speech, but I can give it.
Could you be competitive in a Democratic primary? Some big names might run. Gavin Newsom, the California governor, among many others.
Who would you rather have? Would you rather have Gavin Newsom or Stephen A. Smith? That's an easy choice for me.
I respect
An easy
all of
choice.
them in terms of their intellect, in terms of where their heart lies, in terms of the service that they want to provide to this country. But ultimately, your actions speak louder than anything. Gavin Newsom is somebody that I think has tremendous potential if he moves towards the center. But ultimately, affordability with taxes in the state of California, the homelessness, the crime, he's going to have to answer those questions, being a prisoner to the environmentalist out there. He's going to have to answer those questions.
Yeah. I mean, I think he understands what he's got to do here. I know this. Some of you are going to think this is crazy, but there's an open space here for a moderate Democrat to come in, steal away populist ideas from Trump, take, just a little bit of what, because if you make it all about healthcare, like you can win Democrat support if you just really hammer about fixing healthcare. And then, dude, I don't think anybody's going to be mad, like, on the left or right. I mean, the far left is fuck them. Who cares about them? They're not going to win you an election, I don't think. Most people would be happy if there was some sort of, like, real tax reform that actually helped, like, lower to middle class people. And if he was to propose something like that, that could pull off a lot of right wingers, I think. Because I'm at the point where, like, what I really want is never going to happen. I'm never going to get that fucking extreme reformer who's going to go in there and just massively slash the size of federal government and get rid of federal I mean, the best I can hope for is a moderate who will at least do some fucking tax reform and, Yeah, being able to get some health care would be nice too. Being able to afford that. That would be nice. But I'm not going to get the pipe dream that I want. I know
At
that.
Molescoister5395 super chatted $5. I'm sorry for everything, Trip. I've been selfish in our relationship and I took you for granted. I shaved my bikini zone for you this Valentine's Day.
Okay, calm down, Miles. Calm down, bro. I mean, I was all with it till the bikini zone thing, and now I'm just picturing a dude in a fucking bikini. Yeah, I mean, come on. All right. I needed the romantic music for that, Miles. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the 5. Just no, that was funny, bro. That was good. Yeah, you can see he's trying to position himself as a centrist, as a moderate Democrat. And that's the path forward, man. It's not these crazy far leftists. They're not going to win. So I would feel so much better if there was rational fucking non-crazy Democrats running and not a Gavin Newsom fucking woke progressive type. Here's a bad take though. Here's him kissing the ass of Bad Bunny.
I thought Bad Bunny did a hell of a job.
No, he didn't.
I thought the vibe was off the chain. And
No,
let me
it
tell you
wasn't.
something right now.
It was not. It was not off the chain. What's up, LFA?
At L_Yeffa-67 super chatted $10. I'm actually seeing a few other podcasters at the moment. But Ping is my only redhead.
Well, at least that's something, El Jefe. You gotta, I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm not hurt that you're cheating on me with other podcasters, but whatever, El Jefe. I love you and I'll forgive you, okay? Okay?
couldn't stop
I gotta figure out how to lock it down, El Jefe. What do I gotta do to lock down your heart, brother?
dancing to that music.
Thank you, El
The
Jefe.
brother he put on a party. I agreed with J.J. Watt, former NFL star, future Hall of Famer for the Houston Texans, when he said, hey, did I understand the word he was saying? No.
See, JJ Watt's one of those guys that's so huge, like he doesn't have enough like blood going to his brain because his body's so big. He's like got retarded giant syndrome, I think. So you can't take his word. You
Was
can't
the
take it.
vibe live? Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Hell yes, it was. That's what I'm saying. Let me tell you something right now. Bad Bunny didn't have you upset at Bad Bunny because of his performance on Super Bowl Sunday that was viewed by more than 135 million people. What he had you doing was mad if you didn't know Spanish because you was like, damn, this music is live. It's a party. It feels good.
Oh, come on, bro. It's so fucking terrible, the music. I don't buy it. I don't think he believes it.
Damn it, why didn't I stay in Spanish class? Dr. Brooks Shaw at Winston-Salem State, God rest his soul, I apologize for not dedicating myself.
Damn, you act like he's some like virtuoso musician or something. It's just garbage fucking lowest common denominator music, bro.
To learning more Spanish.
He's losing me here.
My bodyguard, my big brother, I apologize. Damn it, you've been working with me for 20 years. I should know more Spanish than I know. Damn it.
I don't need to know Spanish to enjoy
At
Spanish music.
Molescoister5395 super chatted $5. Pink Trip. Are you going to let El Yefa see other men and you're going to just leave me by the wayside when you're the only man in my heart? I'm crying.
The ways of love are hard to balance, Miles. You know, I'm doing my best.
At MFN Damien super
Thank you, bro.
chatted $5. Swiggity swooty. These shrooms got me zooty. Happy I shaved for this day.
Yeah. Yes, shrooms. That's a good little Valentine's Day shroom, little shroomy shroom. Yeah, you know, it's been a long time since I've done shrooms. I would be tempted to do me some shrooms, you know?
More than 57 million people in the United
Thank you,
States of
motherfucking
America
Damien.
speak Spanish. The Hispanic population in the United States of America is now the dominant minority.
You know how many times I've talked about this? I'm beating a dead drum at this point. The language is not the problem. Okay, there's plenty of music that's in Spanish that Americans love because it's good music. It's not garbage mumble rap. I mean, I guess you'll call it mumble rap.
The number is 18%, 21%, 25%. U.S. Census Bureau is projecting by the year 2030, it would make up over 35 to 40% of the American population.
Now imagine though, like if this guy does become president, it's going to get old really quick because he's just going to be yelling all the time. Be like, Stephen A. So, Mr. President, how's the economy going? The economy's fucking great. Just everything is just going to be him yelling. It's going to get old.
I should have learned more. I'm going to go back and take some damn Spanish lessons. Let me tell you something right now. Ain't nobody hating on Bad Bunny. I loved it.
Well, you got bad taste in music, bro. Look at that face. Get ready. 2028 to he'll be president for 8 years. So 2028 to 30 to 36. Boy, oh boy, get ready. Get ready for that beautiful face. Here's another one. See, I mean, he has had many based takes. So I do really think it could be Alex Jones is going to basically we got a video of Alex talking about it. He's going to break it down as it's all bullshit. Like he doesn't believe anything. He's going to be he's going to be worse than Obama essentially. But if he does believe the shit he's saying, I don't know. We'll have to see, man. He could just know. Cause I mean, he's not dumber than me. And I can see like politically, strategically the moves in order to like be the guy and actually like pull off enough support. So whether you believe in it or not, you know the right path forward. So he could be lying. I don't know. We'll let Alex talk about it in a minute.
I have always been against woke culture. I have always been against open borders. I'm totally aligned with Patrick Bet-David on the issue of woke culture and parental influence or lack thereof that the administration and the left were trying to impose upon the will of the American people. How dare them? They were wrong. I didn't like it one bit. I have always...
You see, I mean, there's like, I like that. Again, if you pull off the common sense shit that unites the majority of normies in this country, people want border control. They don't want higher taxes. Those are 2 wins. And if you can just figure out how to fucking communicate some sort of solution or fix to the healthcare crisis that would at least make it better, then I think he might be the guy. I mean, it's kind of what Trump did, right? You remember when Trump showed up? Trump basically took the Republican Party and wiped his ass with it. And it was like, just, that's what made me like him the most, was how hard he was shitting on the Republican Party and George Bush and all that. And if he does the same thing, takes the Democrat Party, wipes his ass with it, and kind of brings it back to the center, and it could be any candidate can do that. It's not just going to be Stephen A. Smith. Whoever runs with that mantle, they could be the next. Because right now, there's just nobody in the Democrat Party. People keep saying Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom, I think his track record and how much he's destroyed California is going to be just a giant weight around his neck. That's not really going to allow him to. I mean, people are going to see through his bullshit, you know?
Always been against woke culture.
So yeah, against woke culture for, he's for border law. He's not one of these woke fucking open border commies. Stephen A. Smith says that the Democrat Party must ditch gender neutral bathrooms and trans pronouns and reclaim being for the working class.
I'm a novice at this, and even I know this. You have to reclaim being for the working class. When I say reclaim the working class, doesn't that mean money? It doesn't mean bathrooms shared by both genders. It doesn't mean that stuff. It doesn't mean pronouncing the proper nouns and pronouns.
A little bit of advice, Stephen A. The yelling can work if you choose the right time to do it. It can't be 100% all yelling, bro. Okay, you got to kind of be quiet and normal and like, and then really when you really want to emphasize a point, then you fucking bring out that yelling, dude. It's too much if you're doing it the whole fucking time.
Doesn't mean that stuff. Working class. Back to James Carville. It's the economy, stupid. It's about dollars and cents. It's about money in people's pocket. It's about the cost of living. Everything starts there. What the Democrats need to do is refocus on proclaiming yourself as the better party for the economy. Make sure that your policies are better when it comes to employing folks and putting money in the pockets of the American citizens better than them. You pull that off without all of that other stuff on the fringes, and you get back to being center left, you can reclaim one of the houses of Congress in the midterms.
I wonder if the far left is going to hate Stephen A. Smith. Because when you say center left, like the positions he's talking about are almost center right now. Those aren't even center left positions. But yeah, he could reclaim it.
You'd have a chance in 2028. But if you keep being at the mercy of the extreme left, which Chuck Schumer in this case refused to do with the whole spending bill, the budget, making sure that the government didn't shut down.
Bro, I hear you guys saying there's no way this is going to happen. I mean, people said the same thing about Trump. People said the exact same thing about Trump. Oh, it's stupid. No one's going to take Trump seriously, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, there is a potential future where this guy could have a successful political career. And again, I would feel good about it if he's really honest and he believes in bringing the Democrats back to the center left. Wouldn't that make you feel better about the future of this country? That we have like sane Democrats coming back and over time, hopefully all the idiots go away.
He speaks to us like we're 14 years old.
Yeah. I mean, that's his style. It's worked really well for him for the longest time when it comes to sports. Like, I don't know. It's something that a lot of people like, apparently. Thank you, Freeman, for the 20. Thank you for the very generous super chat, brother. Much love. Happy Valentine's Day. I don't forget about you either, Freeman. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Happy Valentine's Day.
If you ignore that and go far left, it's not an election or another election you're going to lose. You're going to lose the country.
Doc Jeffrey, that's my fear for the future of this country. Doc Jeffrey says, Mamdani style politics will reign supreme. There's two paths forward here. Either a complete rejection of the, let's stop playing around. I mean, I know a lot of the leftists like to deny the communist issue and like, oh, it's socialism. It's like, okay, do you understand socialism is the lower phase of communism, the higher, go read some Lenin. Socialism's always about getting to communism. And again, it's like you want to transition from capitalism to communism. Socialism is part of that transition. You don't just go all the way to communism right away. And that's the reality behind a lot of the socialist movement is like they know that, and that's the plan. Now there are modern socialists who don't believe that you should go into communism, but I don't trust those people. So yeah, I mean hopefully there's a complete rejection of that fucking lunatic bullshit. And we get centrist Democrats back that are kind of, a resurgence of the old school liberal ideology. And I'd feel so much better about the future of this country. It wouldn't be perfect. We'd still have problems, but it'd be so much better than a bunch of fucking hardcore socialists and commies getting in control of things. But we need more than just Stephen A., right? We need a complete rejection of the Gavin Newsoms, of the Mamdanis. They need to become politically toxic and just not even viable. And then a return of candidates that sound like this.
The Democratic Party will cease to exist by the year 2028, if not the year 2026, unless y'all get y'all act together.
Yeah,
I'm a novice at this, and even I know this.
I'd believe that if it wasn't for how good they are at propaganda. They're so good at propaganda. They're so good at hiding their true intentions and playing this game of like, we're the good guys and we're and they're the bad guys. They're so good at that game that, yeah, we'd have to have moderate Democrats actually fight that. So we'd have to have moderate Democrats go to war within their party in the same way Trump went to war with the neocons and have them just completely, destroy that part. Because I don't think neocons are viable anymore. And part of it is because of Trump. You see what I'm saying? You see, if you're seeing what I'm seeing, you're seeing how he's laying the ground floor for a run, and I think it's pretty smart the way he's doing it.
I will never go against Donald Trump for closing the borders. My position has been very clear from day one. Biden opened it, that's why it had to be closed. If he had followed the Obama plan, the man that served under Barack Obama as his vice president, when he became president, had he followed Obama's plan, who deported 3.1 million people, none of this would be necessary. I will never go against Donald Trump for closing the borders.
Yeah, Doc Jeffrey says that Bernie and Mamdani style politics are incredibly popular. But for how long? Here's their thing. They promise a bunch of free shit, and then they never deliver on said free shit. So how long are people going to keep falling for that? I mean, it's a good tactic. People will probably keep falling for it forever, but I hope not. I hope eventually people will be like, it's another Mamdani just promising a bunch of free shit. And then things are just going to become more expensive and nothing's going to be free. So hopefully that trend will pass. That's my hope.
My position has been very clear from day one. Biden opened it, that's why it had to be closed. If he had followed the Obama plan, the man that served under Barack Obama as his vice president, when he became president, had he followed Obama's plan, who deported 3.1 million people, none of this would be necessary. I will never go against Donald Trump.
So that's him sounding. I mean, you don't hear too many Democrats say shit like that, do you? Hypnotic Stream, what's up, buddy? Thank you for becoming a member, brother. You rock. Happy Valentine's Day. Hope you're having a great one, bro. So yeah, we don't hear Democrats talk like that. Most of the Democrat shit is just like grifting over fucking ICE and crying about ICE. And so yeah, I'm telling you, this is a center fucking moderate Democrat. At least he's putting forward that image. Let me tell you something right now. The hell with impeaching Donald Trump.
In your opinion, do you think they should embrace what he's saying about impeaching him possibly and J.D. Vance, or should they focus on what they've been focusing on?
They should focus on the bigger issues. I'm sick of this. Oh, bro,
you're late to the game, S. Terminus. S. Terminus says, why is Stephen A. talking about politics? He's been moving into politics pretty consistently for a while now. And yeah, he's going to run in 2028, most likely.
Let me tell you something right now. The hell with impeaching Donald Trump. Just let him go away. What does that do for the country? I mean, all he's going to do is say it's a witch hunt. It's vindictiveness. It's vengeance. It's going to give us a reason to look at the Democrats and say, oh, you were just out to get them. It's going to give the Republicans a reason to say, see, we're being victimized by them and nobody's running the damn country. I'm talking about the House and the Senate, not the president. Enough of this. You convicted him 34 felony counts. How many more convictions can they give him, Michael?
Well, if they were real convictions and not just made up bullshit, it might have actually affected something. But anybody with a brain can tell that was just a political hit job of a bunch of made up bullshit.
How many more? What did he do? Not only did he not go to jail, he went to the White House. Stop wasting our time with all of this.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a small little sample of Stephen A's takes. I've been watching it for a while now. Now, I don't know. This thing right here, if you guys remember, this is when he had his feud with Rogan. This clip, he might need to hire one of those firms that wipe footage off the internet. You know, if you have some embarrassing shit, you can hire a company and they'll go around, figuring out how to get it all removed. He needs this wiped off the internet because this is just too embarrassing.
Raise him up. Yeah, make it more free. Yeah, push. Come on. It's your last round. So push.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, he might be winning, and then like last second, like this video goes viral again, and that's it for Stephen A. No one's be like, oh, dude, I can't.
Stream super chatted $4.99. Everyone hit the like button, thumbs up.
Thank you, Hypno Audio Stream. Appreciate you, brother. I forgot to pin it. Yeah, I usually pin it. I notice when I pin it and I ask people to like it up and I like to like the stream and it's pinned, I get more likes. But I forgot to do it today. I was running a little late. So yeah, I don't know. He needs to wipe this video off the internet. All right, so here's our boy Alex Jones. He's not falling for any of it, okay? Alex Jones is seeing through all of the bullshit. Now, I don't know. Maybe he's right. Maybe Stephen A. is really a fucking woke, far left progressive / socialist / communist. But it's also possible that he's being honest. I don't know.
Let's go to Stephen A. Smith, who's very smart, very talented, very charismatic. Always liked him. Not even a big ESPN guy, but always see him talking. Stop listening to him because he's interesting. The guy's a jerk, though. He's going to run for president, folks. He's positioning himself. That's the Democrats' secret weapon, not Gavin Newsom.
Bro, yeah. It's, Dewakwa, sorry. Dewakwa? It's hard to say your name. I wouldn't mind seeing Stephen A. Smith versus Alex Jones presidential showdown. It would be hilarious to watch the debates. Yes, I mean, please, just give us entertainment.
Okay?
Give us
just
that
watch.
Entertainment.
And I've been saying that for a year. So he'll get up and sound populist and sound reasonable. That's the Democratic Party camouflaging itself. They know Newsom's got so much baggage. They know he's so corrupt. They know the state's in trouble. They know his numbers are not good against J.D. Vance or anybody else. You're looking at the secret weapon. Mark my words. Stephen A. Smith is the secret weapon. That is Obama 2.0 for the Democratic Party right there. And I said, you watch. Coming up to these midterms, he'll start positioning himself against Trump. In fact, have the archivists find it. I've said it probably 10 times last year. I got your number, Smith.
It does seem a little strategic because he did overreact to the the post about election fraud, and then it auto-played to that meme with the Obama and Michelle as apes or monkeys or something. And Stephen, we played the clip before. Stephen really made a big deal about it. Like this was the gravest, most racist fucking thing ever. And it's like, come on, man. Yeah, I think he is. I mean, what do you expect? He's going to run as a Democrat. Of course, he's got to pivot against Trump. I don't know. People keep saying Fetterman. Fetterman is another example of a moderate Democrat. Like, I love it, but he's just too. His health problems, I think, are too big of a hurdle for him to be a serious presidential candidate.
And so now he doesn't mention, any of the facts. He says, I know Trump's attitude. I know Trump loves to be a jerk, and he did this to be mean to black people. No, if Trump had done this, he'd have said, oh, come on. It's African animals. White people are gorillas in here, too. Let me look at Biden's a baboon. You guys are,
Exactly.
No. They didn't even put the whole video out. One of the people there, we've seen the sabotage before, put that out so they have plausible deniability. And he sits there. Remember Trump said that the KKK are very fine people? He said they're not fine people. Remember he said all Mexicans are criminals. Never said anything like that.
He's going to definitely, Stephen A. is definitely going to play up the race card and bring up race as much as possible. He's got to try to pull the black vote. That's to be expected, to be honest.
But they say he did. This is the same stuff, and they're going to do more. They need to have somebody that's smart and on target, approving everything put out on Truth Social. Golden statues of Trump taking over Gaza and him being God. Trump wasn't behind that. It was an AI video. They put out dozens of our videos. Doesn't mean they endorse us fully. So they need to kind of like talk radio stations used to have. One host doesn't agree with the other host. You say, the views of this host do not necessarily express the views of the station, advertisers, or other hosts or employees. You're not censoring somebody. I think I'm going to bring that back on my show for our stations. It's a really good thing legally to say, too, hey, the views expressed here do not necessarily reflect the views of this Trump system. We think it's funny. We think it's interesting. It's a free-for-all. It's a social media platform. So you need to explain that and say that. so that people like Mr. Smith cannot manipulate. So he's very deceptive, putting on this whole giant act that he's so pissed off and done with Trump now, and we need the Democrats to win the midterms now. He gets that credibility because people turn against Democrats know they're bad. He gets that credibility with all the blue-collar folks that have switched over to Trump. For the first time ever, the Republican Party is the biggest party ever. It's the dominant party. Now, Trump's refused to, quote, apologize because he goes, I didn't do it. I don't apologize for something I didn't do. Reporters probe staffer claim. Well, who do you think uploads this stuff? Dowd Trump's Obama derangement syndrome.
What a perfect fucking mistake, right? Like you accidentally let it autoplay and that's the video it autoplays into. At a certain point, you do have to be suspicious if this was a coincidence or like some sort of self-sabotage. I don't know. Who's running the account? That's what I want to know.
So that's where we are, folks. All this serious stuff happening in the world. Children being delivered to pedophile rings confirmed. World War III about to start, and it's all Dave Smith, Stephen A. Smith, not Dave Smith, and everybody else running around like this is just terrible, and you've been wounded. You know who's been wounded? 50-some% of black people never got born. They got aborted because they were targeted by the Democrats.
Oh, don't say that.
Why don't you talk about real stuff, Smith? You're a fake.
What if he talks about that? Look, I call myself on the right or Republican. I'm really not a party voter. Like if there's a Democrat candidate who I feel like his policies I like more than the Republican candidate, I'll vote Democrat. I don't give a fuck about the party. So yeah, dude, if he was to like come out against that, if he was to come out against abortion, if he was to offer tax breaks for like not even tax breaks, like serious tax breaks, not just like extra deductions, but like serious tax breaks for the lower to middle income. He was to like be serious about continuing border enforcement and continuing deportations of people who break our laws, our border laws. And I mean, like if he was to have a bunch of great policies, I'm telling you, he could yank a bunch of these because a lot of Trump voters are like me. They're not party people. They were people that never imagined voting Republican in the George Bush years. And then Trump came around and destroyed the neocon establishment. And then we liked him and we're like, oh, okay, well, fuck. He's better than Clinton. That's for damn sure. So yeah, there's a lot of Trump voters who would vote for Democrats. So if you pull off enough of the policies that they want to see, and you merge that with shit that Democrats want to see, you could really have a big play there.
A Judas goat meant to lead the American people, particularly black people, around by their nose, and the general public sees through your ass. And everybody will have this clip when you run for president, and this will be 10 times more viral when you announce for president in a year and a half. When he announces for president in a year and a half,
But I see this is funny because right after this came out a few days before what I just showed you, where they're basically kind of not announcing it officially, but kind of, testing out the waters to see what the reaction is.
Mark this video down because we got you. We got you, buddy. Here's a clip.
I just wanted to address this subject, and that's essentially involving the President Donald Trump posting a video depicting former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes. I'm going to say that again.
You'll be like, I never liked Trump in 10 years, just like Bush. I never liked Bush. If I liked Bush, it was probably when he was governor of Texas and I wasn't following politics. And I wouldn't even say I liked him, but I didn't hate him. And then early on after 9/11, I didn't hate him, but I was really young, so I wasn't following politics. But by like 2003, 2004, I started following politics because of the Iraq war, etc. And I quickly became one of the millions upon millions of people who fucking despise Trump. I mean, you couldn't watch The Daily Show every night and not Trump, sorry, Bush. You couldn't watch The Daily Show every night, which I did, and not fucking hate Bush.
Depicting the first black president in United States history and the first black first lady in United States history as apes, monkeys. In the year 2026, that has happened. Now, before I go into it, let me say this. The White House says that it wasn't the president's fault, even though the video has been removed from the president's Truth Social account. The guy in the White House using his administration to tell you he had nothing to do with a post that has his fingerprints and his smell and his stench written all over it. That's who we're talking about here.
See, this is the dumb shit though. Like, this will lose. Like those because there's a lot. I mean, look. I mean, go on the internet, go on X. There's so many Trump voters who are just done with Trump and they're looking for somebody else. But those voters, you would lose. You're going to lose them with this type of shit. So yeah, it's expected he's going to play the race card a little bit, but if he doesn't, I think it actually would be smarter for him not to play the race card if he wants to actually pull off the types that voted for Trump but are open to voting for a Democrat. I don't think playing the race card is going to win them. Might push them away.
And that same man must be universally condemned for having his platform associated with such an insulting, classless, despicable post that was on his platform for 12 hours.
Come on now.
Anybody who doesn't speak
Hit pause.
against...
Back it up 10 seconds. That was on his platform for 12 hours. It's all just so horrible. He knows he did it. Yeah, the stench of getting rid of tax on tips, the stench of not force injecting, the stench of bringing the troops back that have been kicked out and the nurses. Yeah, the stench of trying to stop these wars. Yeah, the stench of getting the tax cuts. Yeah, the stench of controlling the border. The stench of finding half the disappeared kids the Democrats smuggled in. The stench of kicking men out of women's sports. Just the stench of finding trillions of stolen money and trying to do something about it. The stench of this man.
Dude, if it's going so well, why is everybody so fucking pissed off? All of that is great, except once you introduce the disaster of the Epstein files, him fucking around with Iran regime change, a lot of the things he promised that got a lot of people to vote, that got people excited, like those things kind of disappearing. Like, okay, yeah, no tax on tips. All right, I'm pretty sure I'm still going to get taxed on my super chats. That's not going to count as tips. I think there's a lot of people that thought their shit could count as tips that aren't. I don't know. I got to look at the fine writing, the fine print on that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I know there's some good things, but it just doesn't. I don't know. He's got a couple years. Well, actually, the midterms are coming up. To be honest, if Trump loses the midterms and he just becomes a lame duck, it's done. It's done. He's got to win the midterms and he's got to actually produce more in a way that is undeniable and that actually helps the citizens of this country in an undeniable way that they can see for sure that Trump did. And, then JD Vance could, but I have a feel the way things are going in a couple of years, the stink of Trump, if he keeps doing shit like, oh, well, don't vote for me if you don't think the Epstein files are a hoax. I mean, if he keeps doing shit like that, he's going to stink it up for Vance. He's going to ruin Vance's fucking run.
You can find this guy back at Charlottesville saying Trump says the KKK are very fine people. He knows damn well that wasn't true then. He knows damn well what he's doing right now. He's a Democrat, wolf in sheep's clothing, period. And he's the best they got, which is good. He's well-spoken. He's smart. He's populist flair. That's the Terminator right there. The Terminator looks like one of us, comes into our midst, and then attacks. And he just uncloaked.
Realistic Illusions 420, I agree. That's what I want too. I mean, I'd love to see, look, if there was a candidate running that said, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to massively downsize the federal government and we're going to get rid of federal income taxes for the mass majority of the population, other than maybe like billionaires or something. And, but mainly we're going to shrink the size of federal government. Like, that's who I'd vote for. But no, I don't think we're going to get that. And maybe JD Vance will run with that. Maybe JD Vance will run with those policies, but I don't know. The problem is, like, we've already seen Trump say he's going to do it, and then he doesn't do it. So I don't know. I know that a lot of people say, well, you believe them when they say, it's like, what choice do we have except to go off of what policies they're putting forward? I mean, we have to just trust. I mean, you could just drop out and stop voting, which, I mean, I might end up having to do that. I might drop out because there is really no reward with politics and speaking your mind about it. There's no reward. Not for me. For some people, they get rewarded. Like, for me, I speak my mind and I just get, like, if there's 100 people, 10 people stick around and 90 people just hate everything I have to say. It's like, but I'm usually, and then as time passes by, I end up being right and it doesn't even matter. None of that matters. It's just like, they'll still hate the next thing I have to say. It's like, yeah. Well, there's no, the risk reward here is not very balanced for me anyway. I see all kinds of people that are doing really well with their political takes, but yeah, I might have to eventually. We'll just start just making fun of locals on the internet and just get away from politics or something. I don't know.
He just lit us up.
But I like to talk about what I'm interested in, and this is the shit I'm interested in. And I've decided, like, if I try to please everybody in the audience, I'm not going to please anybody. So, like, what should I do other than just come on here and speak my mind and be myself? Well, that's not working out really well. I think I need to develop a funny character. I need to develop a funny character and just role play. Or maybe I need to be like that peanut guy. That's what I need to do. I need to create some AI fucking filter that makes me silly. And then I can be real silly on the internet. Whatever you do, boys, do not be yourself on the internet. It's a failing strategy.
Oh. So, two people, Governor Newsom and this man right here. That's who we're dealing with. Back to the club.
That was on his platform for 12 hours.
12 hours.
Anybody who doesn't speak against him on this is complicit.
Complicit.
You're telling us what you think about black people.
Someone says, you still really believe in bipartisan. You really still believe bipartisan is real, says NMO292. Is it real that the level of immigration that was happening with the last administration compared to now is a definite change? Right? Like, a lot of it might be bullshit. A lot of it might be broken promises, but we actually are making improvements. It's like, you know, a drop in the bucket. You know, there's so much more to be done. But yeah, I mean, if I voted for Harris, would we still have an open border, and would we still just be basically flooding this country? Probably. So yes, they do matter, because at least one side delivered immigration reform, or not even immigration reform, delivered actually enforcing the law, the border law, you know? So yes, there is a difference. But some of you are so black-pilled and you don't want to take a side. And I'm going to pick whoever, regardless of party, because it's almost, to me, time to figure out who the next, for me, I want to figure out what's the next move from here. I mean, you guys can wait if you want, but I'm ready to figure that out. And I don't give a fuck about party. I want to hear policies that I think are going to help this country. And I'm not going to be greedy. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to get what I really want 100%. So if I just get moderate fucking shit that's close to somewhere in the ballpark of what I like, then yeah, you can. I'll listen to you and give you a shot.
Plain and simple. There is no way around this. This requires universal condemnation.
Universal.
Doesn't mean he's going to leave office. But it could mean that we need others in office during the midterm that aren't necessarily on the right, so more checks and balances can take place. And perhaps, dare I say, he'll be a bit more guarded from doing nonsense like this, because, again, I believe he is guilty of this. Do I have proof? No.
Guilty of a racisms. That's it. You can't be president. You posted a spicy meme. It's all over.
But I've told y'all on many occasions, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it ain't a damn mongoose. It's what it is. His behavior, his tendencies, his rhetoric, his petulance, his belligerence, all fall in line with what we're talking about right now. Do you want to be associated with that or not?
That's not going to work to win over Trump voters, because you have to win over Trump voters. Okay, you do, right? That's the path for victory. The Democrats are going to vote for whoever's at the top of the ticket in the Democrat Party. So in order to win, you got to pull off Trump voters, and that shit is not going to pull off Trump voters. That's going to push them away.
So that is all designed by political.
We're so fed up with the identity politics, fucking more racism's bullshit. Like, that ain't coming back. Okay, running like Obama and just grifting off race is probably not the best idea.
Think tanks, everything he said is absolutely done by propagandists. And the man is dangerous and the man is evil. And you watch. That's what we're going to be dealing with, trying to take the country back down. And, oh, you all better repudiate him. It's over. The Democrats need to win the midterms so we can keep the blue cities in hell and the death and destruction, and so we can't get the tens of trillions of dollars of jobs in here that are coming in. Yeah, let's stop all that because some intern put up a second and a half of people as monkeys. Folks, you can type in to X or anywhere examples of Democrats showing Trump as a monkey, a gorilla, an orangutan, George Bush, me. I mean, when somebody shows me as a monkey, I laugh at it.
That's how we will know when we've defeated racisms as a country, is when every race, creed, and color can be portrayed as a monkey. Because right now it's okay, you can do it to white people, you can do it to any race except black people. I mean, that tells me there's no equality. We're not an equal society yet. So once we can do it to all races, including black people, that's when we've really reached some sort of racial harmony in this country.
What the hell? Again, you're taught, though, that the white people are all running around. And here's another example. I remember, I don't like Bill Clinton, he's a bad guy, but I remember like 15 years ago, it was a huge national story for a week. Will Bill Clinton resign off his foundation? Will Bill Clinton this and that? Because Bill Clinton in Georgia went to a event of homeless people and served fried chicken, and watermelon was part of it, had a bunch of other food, to black people. Well, what do you think we eat in the South? Northerners love you to death, but that's a Northern joke. Oh, these black people, they eat black-eyed peas, they eat okra, they eat sweet potatoes, they eat fried chicken, they eat watermelon. Well, what do you think I eat?
I mean, this is true. Watermelon, fried chicken, it's all amazing. Like, humans love that food, so it's not surprising black people do too as well.
I ate fried chicken and watermelon last week. I eat collard greens. That's a Southern thing. But it's the same thing. Oh my God, Bill Clinton, he just came to the event and served people fried chicken. What the hell do you think we eat? Yeah, there it is. Oh my gosh. Look at that. He served black people fried chicken. That's it. His career's over. So,
yeah, the race hustling guys, that works still among like black Democrats. It works among like white liberal women. It works on the left. So they're basically, that type of shit will work to pull support from the left. But I mean, when you're talking about winning the presidency, whoever's going to win, either right or left, they're going to have to pull people that are on the fence, but like on the other side, but that are willing to jump over. And yeah, that shit is not going to pull over people from the right.
This is the craziness of this. One of the most important things to me in my life.
You know, Alex could be 100% right. Like, he could be a wolf in sheep's clothing. He could be completely full of shit and completely just, you know, saying the things that he thinks people need to hear. But I hope it's genuine because, again, I really do want to see in this country, for the sake of this country, a more moderate Democrat Party. Hillary Clinton, more people were deported under my husband and Barack Obama than were in the first Trump term or the first year of Trump's second term. I mean, that is another thing, too. Like, you think about it, like, they're moderate candidates, and Hillary Clinton would be probably considered one of the moderate Democrat candidates. Were so unpopular that allowing the woke left, the insane portion of the left, to become so vocal and so in the spotlight actually makes people like Hillary Clinton look better.
More people were deported under my husband and Barack Obama without killing American citizens and without putting children into detention camps.
Well, here's a key point, Hillary. Were the cities, were they sanctuary cities at that time? Or were they cooperating like under Obama? But, you know, because they seem to cooperate with the federal government whenever it's Democrats. But when it's Republicans, all of a sudden they don't cooperate. That makes a big difference.
Than were in the first Trump term or this first year of Trump's second term. So I think it's important.
And did, when you were doing it, were there a bunch of crazy leftists in the street stalking and harassing law enforcement? Like, the details matter. Hillary Clinton admits mass migration has been destabilizing to society. It went too far. It's been disruptive and destabilizing. I see it coming, man. I see the pull back to the center.
I think we need to call it for what it is.
Secretary
There is a
Clinton.
legitimate reason to have a debate about things like migration. It went too far. It's been disruptive and destabilizing, and it needs to be fixed in a humane way with secure borders that don't torture and kill people. I think we need.
You know, she's using it as a way to be like, well, we did the same thing as Trump, but we didn't kill people when we did it. He's just killing people. Sure. That's what it is. That's what it is. Actually, the stats, like, more people died under Obama when it came to deportations than Trump. But let's ignore all that. Let's ignore all that because, you know, none of that matters. This is, I'm telling you, I've been saying this for a while. I've been really sketched out with these Epstein survivors because it's just not adding up to me. There's something suspicious here. And this is one of the Epstein survivors. This is from Maze Moore put this together. And this is her having two totally different stories. One from 2015 talking about her experience working for Epstein, and then one in 2025 where all of a sudden it's a different story. Now, there could be explanations. Maybe she was too scared to speak out in 2015. But one way or the other, there's two different stories here, and which one's the real one? I don't know.
She was the air hostess on board the notorious Lolita Express, the billionaire's private jet at the center of a sex scandal making lurid headlines across the world. Sleazy Wall Street tycoon Jeffrey Epstein used the Lolita Express to ferry a bevy of beautiful young women. Among the passengers, former President Bill Clinton and Britain's Prince Andrew.
On almost every trip that I did go on, there were young girls around.
In this Inside Edition exclusive, Shantae Davies takes us inside the secret world of the Lolita Express, named for the controversial book and movie about a professor's infatuation with an underage girl. Shantae made several trips on Jeffrey Epstein's infamous Lolita Express. She says she was one of several young, attractive women hired to travel around the world, giving massages or yoga instruction to Epstein and his rich and powerful friends. When Shantae was hired, she was a struggling 22-year-old actress. She once played a lingerie model in a movie called Exposed.
These designs are really great.
Shantae worked as a masseuse, but says she never had sex with Epstein.
Did you ever think that maybe more was going on than simple massages?
Looking back, of course.
Was there a bed on the airplane?
Actually, yes, there was. Yeah.
On one memorable flight on board a plane like this provided by Air Hollywood, she says she made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for passengers, including Oscar winner Kevin Spacey, actor Chris Tucker, and even Bill Clinton. They were all flying to Africa on a humanitarian mission, and Jeffrey Epstein had given them the use of his jet.
So you never gave President Clinton a massage?
No, I didn't.
Shantae says when the plane landed in Africa, Clinton took her shopping, but she says nothing improper occurred.
They had shut down a jewelry store for us.
That's hard for me to believe. Clinton didn't do anything to you, but he did to Monica Lewinsky. I mean, that was always the thing with me. It was like, I never really thought Monica Lewinsky was attractive. And I was like, dude, if Clinton's willing to bag that pig, who's he not willing to bag? Like, he must be just open for, you know, it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger and his disgusting maid who's cheating on his wife with this disgusting fucking maid. Like, if you're, I mean, you're probably one of those types that, like, it doesn't matter, dude, as long as you're warm and there's a hole.
And I helped him pick out a bracelet for Chelsea.
It was a jet-set lifestyle for sure, but Shantae says she felt uncomfortable about being part of Epstein's collection of young women.
You saw young women around Jeffrey Epstein, and they didn't seem to have regular jobs, and you started wondering, why are they here?
Yes, yes.
When you look back, are there red flags that you should have seen at the time?
Definitely, yeah.
So in 2015, she's saying nothing happened to her. There was suspicious stuff. So she's not saying there was nothing weird going on. She's saying there was weird. Like now when I look back, all these other women that were there, but she's saying nothing happened to her. She was just making sandwiches and giving legit massages.
Why fly anyone out to be a masseuse when there's plenty of masseuses in the same city that you're in?
Epstein served 13 months in prison for soliciting an underage girl for prostitution. Now just looking at the front page headlines the scandal has generated brings Shantae to tears.
To have to deal with that and then on top of it defend my character, I'll have children one day, you know, and they'll read this.
She wonders whether she'll ever be able to live down her time on the Lolita Express.
More than anything, I just felt stupid. Yeah, I felt duped.
Yeah, so she's at this point, 2015, she's not a victim. She was just working and she feels, you know. Now let's listen to her story in 2025.
Hello, my name is Shantae Davies, and I'm here before you today as a survivor of decades of pain, trauma, and betrayal at the hands of Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, and the people who enabled them, and a government that for far too long refused to help. In 2002, I was living in California, a young woman with high aspirations of becoming an actress. I was already beginning to make a name for myself in the industry. A person I trusted, someone I thought was a friend, invited me to meet a powerful woman who could help advance my career. That woman happened to be Ghislaine Maxwell. I was asked to give her a massage, though I had almost no experience, and when I did, she praised me and promised introductions to someone enormously powerful, someone who could change the course of my life, and that man was Jeffrey Epstein. At first, I was an excited young woman on top of the world. Epstein flew me to his private island. He listened to my dreams, promised to help, but his promises came with a catch. The abuse began. He told me to keep it secret. He manipulated me with quid pro quo I did not consent to, but I felt I had no one to turn to. He was too powerful.
Yeah, it's possible, Buddhist priest. He says the 2015 story was cover so Epstein wouldn't kill her. Yeah, but she wasn't. What makes me a little suspicious that might not be the case is that she was still saying, like, shit was going on. I should have known that it was, you know, there was underage. I should have known. Like, she was still kind of throwing Epstein under the bus. It wasn't like she was protecting him, but she was not saying she was a victim. She was just there working.
I was just one of the many young women trapped in his orbit. I was even taken on a trip to Africa with former President Bill Clinton and other notable figures. In those moments, I realized how powerless I was. If I spoke out, who would believe me? Who would protect me? Epstein himself was the most powerful leader of our country. Epstein surrounded himself, with the most powerful leaders of our country and the world. He abused not only me, but countless others, and everyone seemed to look away. The truth is, Epstein had a free pass. He bragged about his powerful friends, including our current president, Donald Trump. It was his biggest brag, actually. And while what I endured will haunt me forever, I live every day with PTSD. I live as a mother trying to raise my child while distrusting a world that has betrayed me. This kind of trauma never leaves you. It breaks families apart. It shapes the way we see everyone around us. But one thing is certain, unless we learn from this history, monsters like Epstein will rise again. There are files, government files, that hold the truth about Epstein, who he knew, who owed him, who protected him, and why he was allowed to operate for so long without consequence. Why was Maxwell the only one held accountable when so many others played a role? Why does the government hide this information from the public? This secrecy is not protection, it's complicity.
Yeah, well, who abused you? Can you tell your story? Because, like, if you were abused, why don't you name names? Tell your fucking story in detail. They never do, though. They never name names. They never say who the abuser was. Obviously, Epstein. Was it just Epstein? And look, it could be possible she was afraid in 2015 to talk about it. But at the end of the day, we have two different stories here. We got one story in 2015, and now she has another story in 2025. That's a red flag to me. They both can't be true, clearly.
And as long as the truth is buried, justice will remain out of reach. That is why this bill matters. Passing it will, bless you, ensure that the suffering of survivors is not in vain.
Yeah, well, if you tell us who was involved and you give us names so that we can arrest these people, then yeah, maybe we could save other women from having to become victims.
It will bring accountability, transparency, and prevention.
She took a settlement, didn't she, S Terminus? I should look it up to be specific, but that wouldn't be out of the norm. A lot of the victims took settlements to shut up. They took money. I don't know, man. I am just kind of sketched out. I don't know what to believe about this shit anymore. I'm at the point where, like, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's what.
Will help protect the next generation of predators.
It's just too much weird shit everywhere you look.
Who seek to place themselves above the law through wealth, influence, and connections. This is not just my story. It is about every survivor who carries invisible scars. It's about the weight we live with daily. It is about the families broken and the futures stolen. So I ask you, President Trump and members of Congress, why do we continue to cover up sexual abuse and assault? Who are we covering for? Let the public know the truth.
And who better than the victims to tell us that truth? You guys know something. Please fucking tell us.
We cannot heal without justice. We cannot protect the future if we refuse to confront the past. Thank you.
I don't know. I'd like to know the stories. Like, tell me your fucking stories. What's this girl's name? Epstein survivor. I know it says her name. Let me watch it again.
She was the air hostess on board the notorious Lolita Express, the billionaire's private jet at the center of a sex scandal making lurid headlines across the world. Sleazy Wall Street tycoon Jeffrey Epstein used the Lolita Express to ferry a bevy of beautiful young women. Among the passengers, former President Bill Clinton and Britain's Prince Andrew.
On almost every trip that I did go on, there were young girls around.
In this Inside Edition exclusive, Shantae Davies.
Shantae Davies? A weird name for a white chick, huh? Shantae Davies. All right, let's see what we can find out about her. Let's see what we can find out about her story. Okay, so here's her talking about on a trip with Bill Clinton. Remember, she said nothing happened with Clinton. They just went, they went shopping and nothing happened. Let's listen to this.
Invited me to meet a powerful woman. A person I trusted, someone I thought was a friend, invited me to meet a powerful woman who could help advance my career. That woman happened to be Ghislaine Maxwell. I was asked to give her a massage, though.
Okay, yeah, we've already heard that. Let me see what else I can find. Here, we'll watch this. Obama's making a comeback.
That kind of heroic.
Here he is doing what I said they've been doing, which is like making these fucking insane protesters who are just completely batshit crazy, make them out to be heroes.
Sustained behavior in sub-zero weather by ordinary people is what should give us hope, and it should remind us that at the end of the day, the way we get a democracy that's working, the way we get policies that actually are helping working families get ahead, the way that we restore norms, rule of law, decency, it's going to be because...
I just had a realization. Maybe Google destroyed their search engine in preparation for AI so that you would stop using Google search and just use AI, because I try to search this shit on Google and Google search is just fucking garbage. So it's so much easier just to go with AI and let AI fucking search the internet for you. And maybe that was on purpose. They saw the AI coming. Shantae Davis is one of the survivors who has publicly accused Jeffrey Epstein. Obviously, it was about controlling information people could get a hold of. Sorry, start this over. Shantae Davis is one of the survivors who has publicly accused Jeffrey Epstein of sexual abuse and rape. She is confirmed victim in the Epstein case, having come forward in interviews, court statements, and media appearances, including in the Lifetime docuseries Surviving Jeffrey Epstein. Before her involvement with Epstein, she was an aspiring actress, blah, 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 blah. Her story, as she described it in multiple sources, such as NPR interviews, etc., around 2001 or 2002, while studying massage therapy in California, her teacher introduced her to Ghislaine Maxwell. Maxwell quickly offered her a job. Okay, we know that. She was initially hired for massages. In her first encounter, Epstein masturbated in front of her during a session. Okay. She returned for subsequent sessions. Okay. I guess, I guess that's what you do when you're assaulted in a sexual manner. You just keep going. And then on the third or fourth one, which took place on Epstein's private island, Little St. James, Epstein R-worded her. She described becoming violently ill for 2 weeks afterwards. This began a pattern of repeated sexual abuse and non-consensual encounters over about 4 years, roughly 2002 onward, occurring at various locations including Palm Beach, New York, the Caribbean island, and during international travel. Epstein groomed her with financial support and her sisters, which blah, blah, blah. She felt powerless to speak out because Epstein surrounded himself with powerful figures, making her fear no one would believe or protect her. Yeah, even in 2015, when everybody was like, oh, Epstein's a fucking pedophile. Like, even in 2015, when everybody was turning on Epstein, everybody knew he was up to no good. She still didn't want to tell that story at that point? That's a little weird. She's also she has spoken about being taken on a high-profile trip to Africa with former President Bill Clinton and other notable people when she gave Clinton a neck massage at Maxwell's discretion, per some reports. Maxwell's direction, sorry. She emphasized feeling trapped in the immense influence Epstein wielded. Davies has been vocal since around 2019, including giving a victim impact statement in court after Epstein's death. In August 2019, she said it took her a long time to come forward and vowed, "I will not let him win in death." She expressed suspicion about Epstein's suicide and continues advocating for justice. Here's just a thought experiment. Let's say you were a young 20-year-old chick and you got a job with Epstein and you were on his planes and you were serving sandwiches and giving massages and you never did anything crazy. You just did, what you were there to do legally by your job, right? Just a thought experiment. And the person that you're doing the job for is one of the richest people on the planet with unlimited access to money. And all of a sudden you find out that everybody's suing him for sex assault and there's a lot of money to be. I would maybe in that situation make up a story so I could fucking be part of this giant lawsuit. I'm just saying things like that happen. Obviously, Epstein was a piece of shit, and obviously, I don't know if this woman's telling the truth or not. I would take her, I would give her the benefit of the doubt and say this is probably true. But shit like that happens in this world. We can't ignore the possibility.
We citizens.
Sorry. So yeah, Davies has been vocal since around 2019, including giving a victim impact statement. It took her a long time to come forward and vowed, "I will not let him win in death." She expressed suspicion about Epstein's suicide and continues advocating for justice, including in recent years. Yeah, so it sounds like her story is out there, and it was essentially just Epstein, is what it looks like. She has also mentioned Epstein bragging about his close relationship with Donald Trump, claiming he kept a framed photo of them on his desk, though she and other survivors have stated they never witnessed Trump involved in any misconduct related to Epstein. Boy, he just keeps getting away with it, doesn't he? Oh, maybe next time. Her experiences highlight the grooming, manipulation, and abuse patterns alleged in the broader Epstein scandal. She has since pursued other work, including as a spa owner and animal activist, and appeared in media to share her story. So yeah, that's the gist with her. So, I mean, I'll take her word for it. 5 women bandwagoned on Cosby case and were proven to have been lying. Well, there you go, Buddhist priest. I mean, look. Put yourself in the position where you're just, you don't have much morals, which most people these days don't, and you have an opportunity to get a giant fucking bag and be set for life because you just happen to be in the right place at the right time if you just happen to have the right story. You might even be able to get a lawyer that knows you're lying but knows how much money can be made and will just go along with it. People do this type of fraudulent shit all the time. Now, is that absolutely for sure? No, I'm just speculating and theorizing. That's what I do around here. Basically, you can call me the theorizer, because that's what I do. I theorize. She's rewriting the sequels, which apparently has been hijacked and deleted, much like the Epstein files. We're talking energy here. Think about it. Trump ran the second time for legacy. The only reason he'd ruin that is if Jeff is still alive. What's up, Garth Brooks? So yeah, I mean, this shit is pretty disgusting, man. Obama's over here. Like, I'm telling you, next is going to be the children. They get the children out there fighting with ICE in the streets, and the children are heroes as they're fucking getting hurt and arrested. So fucking stupid, dude. Here's another one with Obama. Former President Obama confirms that aliens are real. Okay, well, I definitely know aliens are fake now. I don't believe it now. Are aliens
real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the President of the United States.
What was the first question you wanted answered when you became president?
Where are the aliens?
Where are the aliens? Are aliens?
Yeah. I don't know. I know people are really feeling the alien thing right now, and they're like, yeah, there's definitely aliens. We're going to get all this disclosure, and the world's going to change. And I'm like, I don't know. I kind of just don't buy it yet. I still don't buy it. But that's me. Elon Musk. Yeah, this is a little white pill for you guys. In the future, you know, we're not going to have to worry about working. We don't even have to save for retirement right now. There's no reason to save for retirement because we're going to have unlimited wealth and abundance because of Elon Musk.
Yeah. Well, one like side recommendation I have is like, don't worry about like squirreling money away for retirement in like 10 or 20 years. It won't matter.
No. Well, what happens if you fail, Elon? What happens if you're wrong and you're telling a bunch of people not to save for retirement? At this point, you got to deliver because people are going to listen to you, Elon, and then they're not going to have retirement if you don't fucking deliver.
Okay.
Either we're not going to be here, or
it just like it's you won't need to save for retirement. If any of the things that we've said are true, saving for retirement will be irrelevant.
The services will be there to support you. You'll have the home, you'll have the healthcare, you'll have the entertainment.
The way this unfolds is fundamentally impossible to predict because of self-improvement of the AI and the accelerating timeline.
Well, I can predict the beginning stages of it, which is a bunch of fucking people losing their jobs and going homeless. How quick are you going to roll out this new fucking world where it's just unlimited abundance and everybody can have whatever they want? Because it seems like the first step is going to be everybody's going to lose their job and they're going to have a mortgage payment they're not going to be able to pay. How are we solving that one?
Yeah, it's called singularity for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what happens after the event horizon. You know?
Exactly. You can never see past the black hole or the event horizon, the light cone.
I mean, Ray has the singularity out way too far. I mean, this is like the next, what's your timeline for this?
We're in the singularity.
Well, we are in the singularity for sure. We're in the midst of it right now for sure.
Yeah.
And it would just
we're in this beautiful sweet spot, which is, you know,
we're the roller coasters. We're just
exactly. That's a great analogy.
Well, it's not that AI is going to make everything free, Cloud K. It's going to be AI paired with robotics.
It's like that feeling.
You're at the top of the roller coaster and you're about to go.
Yeah, but you know it's going to be a lot of G's when you
a lot of G's.
when you hit it.
Yeah. It's like feel like I don't have to just have courtside seats. I'm on the court.
Exactly.
And it still blows my mind. Sometimes multiple times a week.
Yeah.
So just when I think I'm like, wow, and then it's like 2 days later, more wow.
Yeah. Exponential wow.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it, bro. I'll take your word for it. It's going to be weird though, because where did this one go? Did I lose it? Yeah, I think I must have lost it. Yeah, because I had it doubled over here. It's going to be weird if that is the reality and nobody has to work and it's just unlimited abundance. This is the type of shit people are going to spend their time doing. People are going to have like nothing to do. So they're going to waste their time doing the most dumbest shit. And I don't think I've seen anything more dumb than this.
Just in time for Chinese New Year, I finished making the full Cat Town subway station. The pets can now experience the entire process of riding the subway, just like us humans.
There he goes, guys, I can't wait until everybody has all the free time in the world so we can design little fucking towns for cats. Hey, FYI, the cats don't give a fuck about your stupid town, okay? They don't understand what's going on and they think it's stupid, most likely.
Including the joys of standing in line at the customer service window. Hey everyone, Xing here. Last year we made a subway station for pets, which went viral around the world. So I wanted to fully build out the entire station, including all the real world things you would find in a subway station in China. As Lunar New Year approaches, families in China...
This is the future, guys. This is the future of unlimited abundance. You can finally sit down and do that project that you've been dying to do. You can build that miniature city for your fucking cats. This is so sad, bro.
...normally reunite, and the streets become decorated for the holiday season. So, of course, the animals of Cat Town should join in, too. Mr. Nice's son is about to go on New Year's break from school, so let's take the subway over and pick him up when classes end. I heard Mr. Nice has been upgrading his house since our last visit, so let's pick him up and check that out.
Wait a minute, how are the cats supposed to use this little city you built for them if they can't even open the fucking doors, bro? I don't think you thought this through entirely.
He's added more smart home functions to his house. Smart lighting, smart laundry, smart appliances.
Bro, what a waste of time. You could have spent all that time inventing something, actually building something that, like, I mean, could actually have some use in society. This is the most useless shit. All of this just so you can get some views on the internet.
Smart vacuum, smart climate control, and
Buddhist. This guy beats poor people to stay away from his building. There's a bunch of homeless people trying to get in there to get a warm place to sleep.
Smart home monitoring. Pretty sweet. Yo, Mr. Nice, let's go pick up your kid. It's almost time. When we arrived at the school, we had a...
Yeah, those cats cannot open the doors, bro. It's completely pointless.
Quick cat parent, cat teacher, cat student, and human conference.
Everybody has more views than me, Buddhist priest.
To discuss the kid's latest report card. Needs improvement. Afterwards, Mr. Nice took his son back home the other subway, which he found very exciting.
Oh, by the way, my boy Davy Jax was on Timcast IRL last night. Did you guys catch that? I thought he did pretty well. I mean, it was one without Tim, which is, unfortunate because you want to do the ones with Tim, but I thought it was great because Ian was there. And yeah, so shout out to Davy. Davy's climbing the ranks, bro. He goes, I help fucking red pill him, and then he gets a red pilled girlfriend, and now he's just blowing up. Good for Davy. I'm happy for him.
Welcome to Cat Town Station. Please stand clear of the train door.
This is so stupid, dude.
They got off at Cat Town Station and went shopping for the New Year's celebrations. First stop is the supermarket. Gotta get some fresh fruit for New Year's.
How does he know? I mean, I guess the Asians, they're a little different. They don't have the shame over certain things that we do. But I mean, how could you not be embarrassed by something like that? I would be embarrassed to show something like this. This would be my little secret. This would be like my little hidden world away from everybody that nobody would ever know about. Because I'd be so embarrassed if I spent my time doing this.
Hey kid, be careful. Don't play with that fruit. Clean up on aisle 3. Thanks again for your support and suggestions down in the comments. We look forward to tackling more in the new year. Last but not least, I want to say Happy New Year and wish you all prosperity in the year of the horse.
I wish you to make better use of your free time, bro. I mean, I imagine, because I remember the first video that came out, it was just a cat subway. It was real basic. I imagine that video went so viral, the dude must have made a ton of money, and he just went over the top. He's like, oh, next is Cat City. What's next, man? Cat fucking mountain vacation destination? Cat fucking... How about some... You know what? We need to see how the lower class cats live. Let's build some mines. Let's get some cats working in the mines. All right, we need some fucking slave labor to keep these cities going. I want to see the cat slave population. I don't know how far can he take this idea, dude. But yeah, this is what we're gonna be up to once Elon Musk brings us unlimited abundance and we never have to work again. We can build cat cities. This is crazy. So I guess Kick is doing some shit with Rampage Jackson where they're on an island. They're doing an island stream, and it was invaded by 10 Russian pirates. And it's crazy because Rampage is so fucking drunk. Like, he's lucky these pirates weren't actually like the crazy, dangerous type of pirates because, yeah, just watch what happens. I haven't seen the whole thing. I watched a little bit of it.
They will leave this thing.
And by the way, yes, this could all be fake, by the way. This could all be set up for views.
They want to.
Let me go. Hey, Mikey.
He's so drunk, bro.
Pick me up. Hey, me and you, let's go kick them off.
Okay.
Marky.
Yeah. So you can tell already it seems like they're cool. Like, I think if they were like dangerous pirates that were coming to kidnap and blah, 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 I think you would have known that by now. I think it would have been clear.
Marky, pick me up.
Babe.
Check.
Look.
Hey, Marky, pick me up. We gotta kick them out. No, we gotta kick them out.
They're handling it.
We handle it. No. Hey.
You should? They're rushing.
Marky. Yes.
I think he's very close to blacking out here.
No.
No, his wife, they're Russians. The wife's gonna talk to the
Shut the fuck up. Fuck that shit. Nigga, fuck. Hey. Marky.
Bro, that's so scary to have like a close to blackout Rampage Jackson, and he gets in one of those moods that drunk people get into where they're going to start a fight one way or the other. There's like no stopping them. Poof.
It's either you or them. Hey. No. Private beach. Sorry. Hey, private beach. No. I don't give a fuck. No. Private beach. Listen, no. Private beach. We rent this beach. No. I don't give a fuck.
I'm glad there's less people drinking these days. Apparently, like the new generations, like Gen Z and Alpha, but I don't even know if Alpha's old enough to drink yet. They're not drinking. I'm glad to see it because this type of shit gets so old. When you're dealing with people that get drunk like this and they become obnoxious, like, and they don't listen, and it's just like, ugh, it just gives me so many flashbacks of partying with my boys and just being like, oh God, I'm glad I don't fucking drink anymore.
Hey, no. They understand this shit. They understand it. Go. Leave. I don't give a fuck. Hey, guess what? Marky.
What?
Guess what?
What?
Guess what?
What?
I don't give a fuck what they speak. Private beach.
Yeah, they're leaving.
They understand that shit.
Let her talk. Come on. Come on, babe.
I don't give a fuck. Hey. Translate. No. One more. Over there. Yeah. Yes. Over there is fine. You speak English? Over there's fine.
Sorry, your lights shine too much.
I don't give a fuck.
It's hard when because I used to have to work at night, doing sell side work, and I'd have that exact same setup where it's just a little headband with a light because it's dark and you need that. Yeah, when you're talking to somebody, you turn it off because it fucking blinds them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next beach or
yeah.
Or next island.
No. Next beach over there.
Next beach
over there. Yeah.
Which is
it's really close. Really close. Yes.
Right there.
Yeah,
yes.
Around. Come on.
Go around and you guys are good.
It's crazy. Now that you have Starlink, you can do like a lost island fucking live stream. That is pretty interesting. Maybe I should do that someday. Just go fucking throw myself on an island with a machete. See how long I could survive and just live stream it all. I'll probably die like really quickly.
How much water they think?
I don't think I'd live long.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. We ordered this shit. I don't give a fuck.
No, they're going.
I just know I wouldn't want to hang out with Rampage Jackson. If this dude's like this every night, this has got to be exhausting.
They're going over there. They're going over there.
I don't give a fuck.
No, they're going.
Hey, how much food y'all got on this motherfucker? Give me some of that food.
They're good, babe. They're good.
Now he's gonna rob him.
Chance,
Nigga,
you know,
I'm trying to get
babe.
us some, hey, at the end of the day, nigga, I'm trying to get us food.
Thank you so much.
Hey, y'all got Jollibee? Food? Y'all got Jollibee? Do y'all got Jollibee? Any
food?
Where the food? Where the food? Hey. Do y'all have food? Do y'all have food? Y'all got what?
Have for sure. For sure.
Do y'all have food?
Well, yeah, it's a little too late now. You already kicked him off. Maybe they would have shared with you, Rampage, but you have no manners, bro. You have no manners. Like, these people were obviously going to be cool, and you could have been cool too, and maybe, you know, they could have shared with you, but you kicked him off.
Give us some food, though.
They're like, oh, this black man's really mad, and I think this might be Quentin Rampage Jackson. We might want to leave if he's not happy with us.
Y'all came here, y'all owe us some food.
By the way, he's also blackout drunk, so not a good combination.
Some survival on a boat.
On a boat.
Water they got. They came from
Hey, fuck that. Hey, where the food? Where the food at, though?
They're not gonna give you food now.
Hey, that's rob.
Tell them to fuck off.
Hey, fuck them. Let's rob them niggas.
Okay.
Dude, what the fuck? Oh man. Maybe you should try a little harder not to live up to the worst stereotypes. Rampage. The second you're struggling, it's like, oh, dude. This guy could be an evil dictator if you gave him the chance.
Hey. Yep. Hey. We all having fun here. We gonna survive. Where the food at, though? Give us some food. And
Babe, come on.
y'all can hang
You
out.
have some food if you want it.
You got food, nigga? Y'all can say hey, over there. Where the food?
You good? Babe, you good?
Like, imagine a 25-year-old Rampage and you got stuck on an island with him. He would be king within like 3 weeks and just dominating everybody. Like, it would be his realm to do what he wants with it.
No English.
And he'd take advantage of it, dude. I'm 100% he'd take advantage of it.
At MakoTV super chatted $1.99. Where's their rum ham?
Bro, they had to have food. You see all the water bottles they had? I guarantee they probably had food too. And he could have, I'm guessing they're doing this thing on the island and they actually don't have food. So they probably really do want food, and they had their opportunity, and just drunken fucking Rampage had to go fuck it all up.
We're sorry for disturb you, and we go there.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Take care, everyone. Yeah, take care.
Hey,
have a nice time.
Have a nice time. Over there is
for
fine.
sure.
Hey, give me some food. Give me some food. You got food?
They have a lot.
Next beach.
They don't have
Next
a
beach.
food.
Next beach.
Give a nigga some food.
Hey.
Give me some food.
Apparently they got plenty of alcohol, but no food.
No, Anya, come here.
Give me some food.
Babe, there's no food there.
They got food. Give me some food.
I might have to watch this. This is interesting. You know, this is the first I've seen of this little island adventure. I might have to check this out.
Are you starving for a food, babe?
Yes, Cloud K2088 says, Rampage is the reason why weapons were created. Yes, absolutely, bro. You need an equalizer with somebody like Rampage. Otherwise, he's just going to run through your whole village. And by himself, he's going to conquer your whole fucking village.
Hey, I'm starving. I've been pretending. Listen.
Have a good one. Good luck. Good luck. Come on.
Listen.
Come on, babe.
Hey, give me some food.
Are you
Fuck them. They go over there. Give me some food.
He seems like a violent drunk, too. That's a bad combination when you're as dangerous as Quentin Rampage. And then, you know, because there are different types of drunks. You'll learn that. There's like the lovey-dovey drunk, the happy, laughing drunk. And then there's the violent, angry drunk who drinks and just gets angry and violent. Those are the worst, man.
Babe.
Hey! Fuck that!
You're gonna fall in the water. You're gonna fall in the water. Yo, bro, he's gonna fall in the water. Bro.
He's gonna be so drunk. He's so fucking drunk.
Oh, bro. Bro.
Yeah, I do like him too. I find him to be funny, but I know I would not want to have to actually spend time with the guy.
Get him up! Get him up!
Mark it!
I'm coming! Ow! Fuck, rock!
This is the most random shit.
Babe, come on.
Yeah, so that's that. Yeah. So Rampage is still making content. I wonder what's up with his son. Is his son in jail? What's the updates on his son? I haven't heard anything about that. Remember when his son nearly killed that dude, Stu, in the ring? Yeah, I had this saved for a while, but remember Trump went into Venezuela and there was reports of like this top secret weapon that just like shut everybody down. Everybody's bleeding from their eyeballs and wasn't a single shot fired back because like everybody was incapacitated at the same time. Well, here's Trump talking about that. He calls it the discombobulator.
You talked about the weapon, the discombobulator. What is that?
Discombobulator. Well, I'm not allowed to talk about it.
But what does it do?
Let me just tell you, you know what it does? None of their equipment works. That's what it does. Everything was...
How does it...
It was my name. I'm very proud of the name. Everything was discombobulated. It was, practically a shot wasn't... they were ready.
Right.
And when we came, they couldn't do anything.
You saw this on the video. You could tell.
Tom, it discombobulated everything.
Nothing worked, even including humans.
Well, let's put it this way. We lost no equipment in a very strong... And they're good fighters, great fighters. In a very bad environment... It was a military base, the biggest in South America, because the house was in a base in in a very, very tough environment. We lost no men and we lost no equipment.
Someone says, sounds like malarkey, Freeman. Freeman says that. And it could be. It could be just one of those stories meant to scare our enemies into not fucking around. I like it either way, whether it's true or not. If it's true, I love the idea that we have a weapon that's so advanced, like, there's no reason to fuck with us. You can't win. And if he's lying, I like that tactic as well, to just make everybody think we have a weapon like that. Either way, I think it's good strategy, you know? What else we got here? I think this guy makes a fantastic point. I think we've reached this spot with music, especially now with AI, and AI can just like rehash all the like popular fucking styles. But this guy makes a great point.
So I was watching the Grammys new artist performances, and I think we did it. I think we've run out of songs and song ideas. We don't need to be making music anymore. It's time to turn our attention to farming. We've already made all the music you can possibly make. I mean, we got white guy, no guitar, black guy with guitar, girls, one of every kind, all pretending to be Korean, pretending to be black. It's done. We've...
I like that. I love it.
Be kind. All pretending to be Korean, pretending to be black. It's done. We've completed music. Now we have to turn our attention to farming and production. There's a lot more innovation to be made in the field of agriculture. Like, we gotta put down the Pro Tools and pick up some real tools. Like a Komatsu PC210 LC11 hydraulic excavator. Singing and dancing in a back alley? That's not an art. 168 horsepower, 52,000 pound operating weight? Now that's art. That's engineering. That's how we get ahead. We need less cat's eye and more Komatsu.
I can't disagree, man. I can't disagree. We do need to get back to like locally grown shit. Everybody,
Jeffrey Epstein.
The more people growing shit, the better. Yeah. So Too Lazy to Try made this video. Comedians named in the Epstein files, and it's kind of funny. Jackie Martling. I didn't even recognize him at first that it was Jackie. He's gotten so old.
Super chatted $4.99. Discombobulating onificator.
Discombobulating gonificator. Does anybody have any idea what the weapon could be? Is it something that maybe there's information on? You know what? Let me do this. Let's see what Grok has to say. Let's see. Maybe Grok's got an idea of what weapon this is. Grok's thinking right now. Let's see. Why EMP directed microwave energy fits best. Ooh, that's scary. These systems can fry or temporarily disable electronics, radars, missile guidance, communications, vehicle ignition systems, etc. But they don't. An EMP is not going to shut down your rifle, right? Like if I was to launch an EMP, is that going to make me bleed from my nose and just completely give up and drop my gun and be like, oh? Directed microwave, maybe you'll feel like you're burning or something. Modern U.S. programs, Champ Counter Electronics High-Power Microwave Advanced Missile Project, and successors deliver this via missiles, drones, or aircraft. They can cause exactly the symptoms Trump described. Electronics stop functioning, but people and structures remain largely unharmed. See, but yeah, people and structures remain largely unharmed. The thing is, like, with RF, you know, when you're working in cell sites, you can have the risk of like the cables that run up to the antennas, right? Like if you were to go up to the antenna, and RF is cell site. That's what powers cellular communications. Are cell sites. You know, you see them, the big towers everywhere. That's a cell site, right? And they're all over the place. That's how our phones work everywhere we go, because they have towers fucking everywhere. So, and it's using RF, radio frequency, right? And if you were to like, when everything's turned on, if you were to unplug one of those RF cables from, say, the antenna or the other side going to the radio, it will start cooking you, but you don't notice it. That's what's most dangerous about it, is you're getting cooked from the inside and you don't really feel it. You might feel like a little warmer, but like that shit is like cooking you slowly, like you're in a microwave. But you don't feel it, so you could still be shooting back and not even realize you're getting cooked. So, I don't know. There must be some other angle to this. They cause exactly the symptoms. Some reports linked the Venezuela operation to pulsed energy or directed energy tech. One analysis explicitly compared Trump's discombobulator remarks to known ESP missiles that fry electronics. It's got to be more than just an EMP, though, because an EMP would fry the electronics, but it wouldn't. Shouldn't guns still work, though? High-powered sonic acoustic devices mentioned in a few early rumors, but those typically affect humans more directly. Well, yeah, that's what the reports, that people were like dropping down and bleeding from their fucking nose. Like, I mean, there was a physical reaction, so maybe that's maybe it was an EMP tied with that. Just good old-fashioned insider defections, bribes to Venezuelan officers, a popular skeptical take on X, making the tech story a cover. Though Trump's repeated boasting about the hardware would make this feel like a stretch. So yeah, so it could be lies, and it was just they bribed all the guard. Bottom line, it's almost certainly not a literal cartoon-style discombobulator, Ray, but a next-generation EMP, HPM directed energy weapon, or a suite of them, that the U.S. has been developing for 15-plus years. Well, I mean, I bet you if we have it, then I imagine Russia and China have it, and if they don't have it yet, they're probably working on it right now. Yes, watch this. Jackie Martland was in the Epstein files. I don't know if we have a lot of old school Howard Stern fans, but yeah, I was a Howard Stern fan. I remember listening to him when I was a kid in Austin, because he was on the air there, and then Sirius XM. I became a pretty big fan. Jackie wasn't around in those times, but I watched a lot of the replays of the older shit, and yeah, poor Jackie in the Epstein files.
Was a huge fan of jokes.
The Jeffrey Epstein or a Jeffrey Epstein?
He was.
And by the way, if Epstein was a huge fan of jokes, like Jackie Martland was one of the worst comedians of all time. That tells me Epstein has bad taste.
Yefa-67 super chatted $10. We used our most powerful weapon. Money.
I mean, that could be possible. If it's all a psyop just to scare our enemies and we just paid them off, I mean, that's possible as well. You know? Thank you, El Jefe.
I could be friends with him. I went to dinner at his house.
What? That's so cool.
And then went back to dinner, just me and him.
Uh-huh.
It's a whole long story.
What was he like?
The normal, smart, decent. When I was there, I had heard from the guy that brought me there.
You mean his
that
apartment?
He had trouble in Florida with underage girls. But I'd been to Florida a million times, and the underage girls that are 15, they look 25. So
oh no, Jackie, you're not allowed to say that, bro. Has Jackie reached that age where like he doesn't understand what's going to get him in trouble, or he doesn't care? Like his career's so dead, he's like, whatever, cancel me. That'll give me a career. Jackie, oh, Jackie.
You know, I wasn't.
You're like, it's Florida.
And it was a free meal at his house with other comics, so I wasn't asking a lot of questions.
All right, so in this video, we have comedians that were mentioned in the Epstein files, starting with Jackie the Joke Man Martling, who is one of the few people that actually seems to be proud of being in the files and having been friends with Epstein. You know, everyone else in there lies about it and downplays their connection to him and what they knew about him. But Jackie's just like, yeah, I was friends with him. He was a normal, smart, decent guy, I think he said. Also, he admits he knew about his first conviction, but cut him some slack because in Florida, you can't tell the difference between a 15 and 25-year-old.
Is that what Too Lazy to Try does now? Is he just plays a clip and then summarizes the clip? So yeah, we just saw the clip, Too Lazy to Try.
Which this shows that the people who were hanging out with Epstein after he was a registered sex offender were well aware of his past, but made excuses for him, like Jackie here. But he's the only one that's actually honest about it, probably because he doesn't have much to lose.
He's probably Jackie's only fan, dude. Jackie's comedy career has been dead for a long time. So he was just probably happy he had a fan in the first place.
If you're not familiar with him, at one point years ago, over 2 decades ago, he had a promising comedy career because he was an in-studio writer for The Howard Stern Show until 2001. Then he got too arrogant. He thought he deserved more money and believed he could be successful on his own. So he decided to leave. And then, of course, it was all downhill from there. And now Jackie's claim to fame is he's in the Epstein files. Epstein was subscribed to Jack.
You're right. He is taking that George Cloud. He's taking all the goodwill and love we have for the character that is George Costanza, and he's stealing it. He's siphoning away all that love and energy like a vampire.
Jackie's joke email newsletter thing, and Jackie was always sending him promotions for his CDs and comedy shows, like he was always trying to sell him shit. Also, they talked about going to dinners, one of which Gilbert Gottfried was invited to, but I don't think he went. Same thing with Mark Maron. He was supposed to go to one of them, but bailed. It was one with Jackie, Woody Allen.
Shout out Alan Mason, bro. Shout out. You say us, but I don't know who us is. I just know you, Alan. Shout out, Alan.
And this other
Happy
comedian, Bobby
Valentine's
Slayton, who are both all over the Epstein files. And then also Nick DiPaolo was there. So it seems like a pretty random group of comedians.
But a couple guys emailed me, said, Jackie, you're in the Epstein files. Because I don't know how long he had been on the Jokeland email list, but he loved dirty jokes.
Wow.
Because smart people love dirty jokes.
Right.
I've never thought Jackie Martling was funny. And I think a lot of people I think the overwhelming percentage of people probably feel the same way. We liked Jackie on the Stern Show because he was a character. And Howard would make fun of him and make him entertaining. But he was never really that funny, in my opinion. Not like Sal and Richard, those two are legitimately funny.
Like Little Problems.
What other comics did you meet there? Or
I have a great picture of me with Nick DiPaolo, Bobby Slayton, Jay Thomas, Woody Allen, and me.
Cool. At his house in Palm Springs? Or
that's another thing that makes me think Epstein must not have been that connected. Because if you look at the emails, Epstein was always using Woody Allen as like a lure to bring in celebrities, and like nobody gives a fuck about Woody Allen, bro. Maybe some actors who like maybe wanted to be in a Woody Allen flick, but because I know there's still some actors that like grew up watching Woody Allen and like they consider it an honor to be in a Woody Allen flick, but most people don't give a fuck about Woody Allen. Like he tried to lure Rogan out with Woody Allen. Like, I don't think you're gonna get Rogan with Woody Allen, dude. So yeah, I mean, if that's the best he had, and then he's hanging out with Jackie Martling, like, I mean, that's bottom of the barrel shit, dude. Bottom of the barrel.
in Manhattan.
Oh, let me switch this over here so it plays. I don't know. I thought it would play the super chats on display only. Let me get back to full screen. Here we go. I'll replay it, Spocko. Thank you for the super chat. Hopefully it plays this time. Did the super chats just quit working? Says it was replayed. Let's try a different one. Yeah, maybe my little widget that plays the super chats quit working. There we go. I guess on certain windows.
At Spocko2181 super chatted $1.99. Jackie was the Joker.
There we go. Jackie was the Joker. I mean, yeah, his character was funny. He did add something to Stern, although I prefer the Artie years 100 times more. I don't know. Are you guys Stern fans in here, or am I just talking to people who have no fucking clue what I was talking about? I mean, I'm not a Stern fan now. You know, like a lot of people, I think Stern's fucking lame. But yeah, I was a regular listener, huge fan of the show back in the day. And the Artie version was so much better.
Louis 71st Street.
Wow.
And it was great. And you have a great story from there that I will not tell you.
Oh, is it in the book?
No, I'm not sure who to share it with yet, but it's a story everybody knows. But it's funny because it was a story that I didn't think I should tell because it's not.
Are you guys talking about Kratom? I keep seeing you guys talking about Kratom. Kratom's an interesting one because just regular Kratom, like if you're just buying like the powder, I've used it. There was a period of time I was taking it regularly for months, and I had no problem when I stopped. I got kind of tired of it, and I stopped. I had no side effects. Just stopped, and it was fine. Yeah, I had side effects from taking it, but I had no side effects from stopping. But these new Kratom drinks, like like they're making it so much stronger. I don't know. And then I hear stories of people that like get addicted to Kratom, and I don't understand that because for me I took it so long I should have had a dependency on it, but I didn't. So that makes me think it's not very addictive, kind of like weed. You know, I can quit weed with no problem. But then the new ones I hear are like very, very different, much stronger. And then I wonder too if the people who became dependent on Kratom, were they taking Kratom to get over like fentanyl addiction or heroin addiction, and they're just replacing one addiction with another, which I wasn't doing. I was just using it to feel good, you know? Yeah, Kratom's an interesting one. It definitely should be legal, but like everything else, good things always get ruined. They're going to figure out how to make it so strong that it's going to become like heroin, and then they're going to make it illegal.
Believable. And then it was written up in a book. And I'm like, wow, that rubber stamps my story. But now it's like, people are going to just say to me, oh, you read that in a book, you know? So it goes full circle, you know?
And I think the story he's referring to, he's already told multiple times. It's about how Epstein explained to him the reason him and Trump had a falling out is because Trump told him he likes to sleep with his friends' wives. And I guess that was too far for Jeffrey Epstein. And Jackie's like, I get it. I mean, underage girls is one thing, but sleeping with your friend's wife is another level of sickness. But I guess now Jackie doesn't like to tell this story.
So I wonder if that's even true. Because yeah, that's disgusting, but is it illegal to sleep with the wives of your friends? No, it's not illegal. It's immoral and wrong. But that's a little weird, huh? I wonder if that's true.
Anymore because it was also in Michael Wolff's book, so people think Jackie got it from there.
Yeah, I do want to correct my statement. Anybody can become addicted to anything. So because I didn't become addicted to Kratom, the only thing that I've that's captured me in addiction in my lifetime is coffee and cigarettes. Everything else I've been able to do and not get addicted to. Everybody's unique, and apparently some people do get addicted. So be careful. And obviously something that makes you feel good is going to become addictive because you like feeling good. Even if it's not chemically doesn't cause physical withdrawals, doesn't mean you still won't get addicted to it.
And Michael Wolff is kind of controversial. People think he's working.
But it has a lot of benefits. A lot of people, you know, if you know somebody that was on pain pills, I heard so many stories of people that got addicted to pain pills from their doctor, and they used Kratom to get off them without withdrawals. And yeah, pain as well. You know, I had last time I used it was when I had a tooth removed, and I was in so much pain. And the dentists these days, they don't want to give you fucking anything serious for the pain. They just give you ibuprofen. They're just like, take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, and then 4 hours later you could take like 1,000 of Tylenol, and then you cycle those. And I'm like, I think that's gonna kill my fucking liver. I think it would be healthier if you just gave me some fucking Oxycontin, dude. Because that amount of ibuprofen and Tylenol, it cannot be good for your liver, bro. But yeah, so I went and got some. Like the night before I went to the dentist, I went and got some Kratom, and it definitely helped.
With Epstein to try to take down Trump. But I'm pretty sure this is the story that Jackie was talking about that he now acts like he never told before.
It was a morals thing. And at the time, I didn't know how heinous Jeffrey was. I said, oh, really? What happened? He said, one day out of a clear blue sky, Trump said to me, do you fuck your best friend's wives? And I was a little shocked. And I said, well, I've never been married. But no, of course I don't. He said, well, Trump said to me, that's the only way I can get off is to fuck my best friend's wives. And he said, I just said, you know what? That's out of my wheelhouse. You know,
I don't know if I believe this. For some reason, this is hard to believe. The only way Trump gets off is to fuck his best friend's wives. And then Epstein's like, oh, he's such a terrible person. Like that. I don't know, but that is a weird one to make up. Like if you're gonna make something up, go like further than that, right?
Honor
Weird.
amongst thieves. He said, that was it. I never want anything to do with him after that. He blew off Trump on a morals, and I totally get that. I mean, the guy's heinous and he's sleeping with underage girls, but fucking your friends' wives is a whole nother level of sickness.
All right, listen, I'm speechless.
So Jackie being in the Epstein files is probably the most publicity he's had in years. It's funny, Epstein, he had a lot of high-profile friends in different industries, but it seems like...
I forgot about Jackie Marlin, dude. I'm surprised he's still alive, to be honest. These guys are old as fuck now. I forgot about him so much that when I first opened this video, I didn't even realize that was Jackie Marlin. He does, look a lot older now.
Like he's lacking friends in the comedy business. I think it's more embarrassing for him to have been hanging out with Jackie than the other way around. And same thing with this other comedian, Bobby Slayton, who I'm sure most people have never heard of. But he seemed to have been really close with Epstein. He has a ton of emails and messages going back and forth with them. He's almost in as many files as Bill Gates. He was also always asking Epstein if he could stay at his apartment. It seemed like these comedians were kind of mooching off of him. I mean, every other email is like, Bobby Slayton hates to pester you again, but wondering if he could stay at your apartment. Bobby's asking if he could use the apartment. He misses hanging out with you.
I mean, here's Epstein, the guy that connects the most powerful people in the world, and he's circling the bottom of the drain when it comes to comedians wanting to meet him. That is kind of interesting, man. It really is.
He stayed there so much and communicated with Epstein a lot. Also, some of these emails between them caught people's attention because there's references to pizza, which can be code for children. I don't know if that's what they're actually referring to, but there's a lot of talk about pizza in their emails, and it is kind of weird. And like Jack...
No, it sounds like Epstein was so wanting to get into the comedy scene and make like high-level comedy friends that he was willing to take these low-level comedians and just give them a place to live and free food or whatever. I mean, when you're a billionaire, that shit means nothing. It's not going to affect your life if you give somebody one of your 10 houses to stay in and, supply them with free pizza. But who knows, maybe Bobby Slayton was eating children. I doubt it. I don't know.
This guy's pretty open about his friendship with Epstein and the fact that he always used to stay at his apartment. He doesn't hide it, but he acts like, I don't know anything about the girls, though.
Jeffrey would, he gave me this apartment every time I went to New York. And, I had to, it's almost like Frank Sinatra going to see Sam Giancana. I had to go and see Jeffrey, and his secretary assistant would call me up because, sometimes Jeffrey wouldn't be in town. She'd call me up and Jeffrey wants to know if you can stop by this morning for a little while. So I'd go by for like 20, 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes, and sometimes 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. He was always very busy. He had a line of people. I don't know if he had girls, whatever. I don't know anything about any of that. But I'd go because he's giving me this apartment. And all Jeffrey would do was ask me the same questions over and over and over about stand-up comedy. So when you're on stage, he was a brilliant man. He went to Harvard.
And Nick DiPaolo was another comedian that was at that party with Jackie, Bobby.
Uh-oh, Nick. I think Epstein even went and saw like Louis J. Gomez. I think Epstein was really, I don't know if he was really into comedy or he was trying to that was the new frontier. It's like, I already conquered the world of finance and politics. Now I need to conquer and blackmail the world of comedy. By the way, we're almost at 100, guys. 76 likes. If you're enjoying the show and you're one of the fine people that has not smashed a thumbs up, it would be appreciated. Let's see if we can get that going. Also, links are in the description. If you want to support the show, Patreon, you can become a member on Patreon or YouTube. And also my second channel, go follow me there. I will probably be posting content there at some point in time. And the Discord, come hang out. We have a lot of fun. It's a blast.
And Woody Allen. But I think he only hung out with Epstein that one time because afterwards Epstein emailed him and said, "Thanks for coming last night. Woody and I had a great time. If okay with you, I will contact you on my return to New York." And Nick responded and said, "Jeffrey, thanks for a great time last night. It was a real kick meeting with you and Woody. The house and meal were most impressive. Give me a little time to process that last part. As you know, you are a bit of a controversial guy. I mean no offense by that at all. LOL." So
I guess Nick DiPaolo is probably one of these guys that really looks up to Woody Allen and probably considers him one of the greatest comedy directors of all time. I've never seen a Woody Allen film. Maybe they're good. I don't know. I've never seen one. So he was willing to go hang out with Epstein just to meet Woody Allen. Was it worth it? Was it worth it, Nick? At least he turned him down But after he got what he wanted, which was meeting Woody Allen.
Again, I think this shows people were well aware of Epstein's past. It sounds like Nick had to rethink hanging out with him again because he was a convicted sex offender, which I think Nick did cut him off there. Like, he only went to that one dinner, then's like, yeah, I don't know if I should be hanging out with someone like that. So when the elites try to claim we didn't know about Epstein's past, they're completely full of shit. I mean, even these comedians were well aware of it, and they're basically nobodies compared to Epstein's other friends. I mean, the richest, most powerful people in the world are meeting with Epstein, knowing what he was already convicted of. But Nick DiPaolo, a C-list comedian, thought, I don't know if I should hang out with this guy anymore. He's too controversial. And
is Nick DiPaolo C-list? I mean, I thought maybe I'd give him B. I'd give him a B, especially at this time. Like, maybe now, you know, he got political, and anybody that's on the right who's a comedian all of a sudden sucks if they don't have your same politics. I know how that works. But I'd say at this time he was definitely higher than a C-level comedian. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think he only met with Epstein that one time. Also, Joe Rogan was asked to meet with Epstein back in 2017. After Lawrence Krauss did his podcast, Epstein messaged him and wanted to get in touch with Joe to get on his podcast so he could try to rehabilitate his image. But apparently Joe looked him up and was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to hang out with this guy.
Yeah, Joe didn't have to look him up. Joe knew all about Epstein from Alex Jones.
And he never agreed to meet with him, so I'll give him some credit there.
Because as much as people hate Alex Jones was one of the first people to blow the fucking story about Epstein Island so that everybody knew about it. And he was friends with Alex.
But then he obviously ended up having on a bunch of Epstein's friends. So after Lawrence did...
you guys got to take shots. Here's an example of, hey, Joe didn't fall for the Epstein shit. Joe, you know, good move, Joe. Oh, we got to find a way to spin it. Oh, but he interviewed so many Epstein people. So he's pushing the Epstein. It's like, dude, whatever. There's a lot of important people that are in the Epstein files. I mean, he didn't know.
Joe's podcast, Epstein messaged him and said, I saw you did Rogan. Can you introduce me? I think he's funny. Yeah, and Epstein didn't have the best taste in comedy. He was also a Whitney Cummings fan as well. Mm-hmm. But Lawrence responded and said, I will reach out to Rogan. And Epstein said if Rogan wants, you could have dinner with him and Woody Allen. So it sounds like Epstein would try to use Woody Allen to convince these other comedians to meet with him. But Lawrence said, sorry about Joe Rogan so far. He seems more timid than I would have thought. And then recently, Kurt Metzger, who's good friends with Rogan, talked about this. And he said Lawrence was like harassing Rogan to try to get him to meet with Epstein. But Rogan just looked up who he was and is like, why would I want to meet with that guy?
He told me, he goes, Lawrence Krauss was trying to get him there. This is after the first arrest, okay?
Yeah.
So Joe looked the guy up. And he's like, wait, this guy has like weird pedo charges. He goes, oh, I assure you, he's not a pedophile. And he was trying to lure him to meet Woody Allen. He goes, neither is Woody Allen, who also wants to meet you.
So, okay. Here.
By the way, Lawrence Krauss harassed Joe.
Neither is Woody Allen, the guy who groomed his own fucking adopted daughter and married his own adopted daughter.
About it. I think Lawrence Krauss was ordered to go try to get Joe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet he was.
So this is funny because what Joe just showed me is his correspondence with Lawrence Krauss. So this is the other side of it, of what was going on.
Yeah.
And it was Epstein it was like some trick to try to rehab the guy. And not only that, afterwards, when it got real bad with Epstein, so this is before the second arrest, Lawrence Krauss kept hammering Joe. He was like stalking Joe email. You need to get back to me, where it felt like not any explicit threat, but it felt threatening. It sounded desperate from the emails that I saw. So, and I always knew that guy was a creep. He's got all the physicists, by the way, almost all of them have a terrible reputation and really bad things about them.
And I was originally thinking, I don't know if I've ever heard Rogan tell this story on his show before, which is kind of strange because it's interesting and it makes him look good. You know, you could be like, man, I don't even want to have dinner with this creep, but then these billionaires are going to his island.
He did tell the story, though. He just recently told it.
So I thought that was weird, but then I just saw it while I was wrapping up this video that Joe talked about it on his most recent episode. And maybe he has mentioned this story before, but I believe this is the first time I've ever heard him publicly mention it. Also, him talking about this is a really bad look for his friends like Elon Musk, because Rogan's like, I would never meet with that guy. I did a quick Google search and I realized that guy's a creep. I don't know why I'd want to have dinner with him, and I don't know why Lawrence is asking me about this. Like, what the hell is this guy thinking? But then somebody like Elon Musk is asking to go to the wildest parties on his private island. So the fact that comedians are all sketched.
Everybody that hates Elon, that shit is never gonna go away. My dog is snoring so loud right now. It's crazy how loud my dog snores sometimes. Yeah, Elon, you fucked up, bro. You fucked up. You should have known better, dude. You know, his claim is he never went, but that email is there and it exists forever of you wanting to go when the wildest parties were happening. Maybe you were just really naive and didn't understand, But it sounds like you knew there was some partying going on and that the parties got wild and you wanted to be a part of one of those wild parties. It's not a good look, Elon.
Shout about him and turning down invitations, but billionaires and world leaders are going to the island is insane.
Yeah, I'm in the files for not going because Jeffrey Epstein was trying to meet with me.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
You're like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad?
Yeah, but I would have never went anyway. It's like, it's not even a possibility that I would have ever went,
But did
especially
you-
after I Googled him. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? This was like 2017. One of my guests was
I thought I heard that he already knew about Epstein from Alex, but I guess he did look him up.
trying to get me to meet him. I was like, bitch, are you high? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
For what reason would you? What would be
If I was a guy who was like sucking up to the rich and powerful, if I was really interested in hanging out with rich and powerful.
Guys, what's going on with all the Kratom talk, guys? Look, if you're selling a Kratom product you're trying to promote, you better cut me a check. Every time I look at the comment section, someone's talking about Kratom. All right, guys, you guys are going to make somebody like have, fall off the wagon around here, I'm sure there's some recovering addicts who don't appreciate all the drug talk.
For people.
Parties.
Well, we get it. You like Kratom. We understand.
And the
Yeah.
invitations.
And blindly ambitious, right?
Yeah.
They're willing to like put aside, all the possibilities of what could be awful about these people
Yeah.
and get together with them without even a cursory Google search
Yeah,
as to who
one.
you're hanging out
Can't
with.
have your assistant Google something.
How about you just do it? Just go,
It doesn't take long.
Yeah, that's Larry David's wife. I always liked her. I liked her in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Apparently, she's an awesome lady, and she's RFK's wife. And the amount of pressure on everybody around RFK to like throw him under the bus and like she stuck with him, even though she was, somebody who had TDS. And it seems like she put her marriage over her Trump derangement syndrome. And I think that's a sign that she's a good lady.
Hey, look what I just found out. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So hopefully he tells his story next time he has on one of his billionaire friends that met with Epstein, but there's no way he will. I mean, it's weird he doesn't talk about this more. You'd think this would be something he'd want to share, but maybe he didn't want to make his billionaire friends look bad, even though now he's obviously talking about it, so I don't know. But also, Lewis Black is another comedian who met with Epstein. He went to one of Epstein's parties at his place in New York City. Bobby Slayton invited him, and of course, Woody Allen was there. And he also admits there are some girls there as well.
Woody Allen was just Woody Allen didn't care about his reputation. Like, hey, Woody, you need to stop hanging out with Epstein. It's going to destroy your reputation. You remember I married my adopted daughter, right? Yes.
And to boot, I was in Jeffrey Epstein's house once.
What?
Yes, with Bobby Slayton. I've got nothing.
How was Jeffrey Epstein's house?
Unbelievable.
I mean, but what was the occasion?
Bobby Slayton, Woody Allen, and Sun Yi.
Oh my God!
This is like a Mad Libs.
So yeah, what's the occasion for this?
It was that Bobby had gotten this. He had invited a bunch of, Epstein was like, let's go, let's get a bunch of hoo-has together. I mean,
Sure.
if you looked at the list of people he hung out with, so he liked Bobby's work, and then he said he wanted to meet me apparently years ago. This is like 7 years before the shit hits the fan.
Oh yeah.
And we're there, and it was just kind of wild. And then the capper of the evening is, at the very end, David Blaine shows up.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
Can you make these charges disappear?
So that was our night.
I wonder if it's just a lot of these people are Woody Allen fans. I mean, this guy's an old Jewish guy. He probably grew up watching Woody Allen, and it's like, yeah, I want to meet Woody Allen. I wonder if that's, why? I don't know. You should know better at this time. You should know better. This is post him getting in trouble in Florida. So
There were young girls flitting about, but I didn't know. Having not figured out anything on the Boyer bus about age, I had no idea. I didn't know how old or young they were.
And I think he might have met with Epstein a few times. He was at least scheduled to meet with him more than once. But he also calls for the files to be released. Like, he rants about it on his podcast, and he seems pretty passionate about it. So
yeah, what are you going to do? You're going to be like, no, we shouldn't release the files. Everybody's going to... There's only one option there. Yeah, we should definitely release the files. Yes. And, imagine if he came out and go, no, actually, I don't think we should release the files. We just should bury it. Nobody's that stupid.
You can make of that what you will. Another thing he talked about was the night before he went to Epstein's apartment, the Israeli defense minister was there and he was showing Epstein their new defense system on a whiteboard, and Lewis was all weirded out about it.
You go in and he's got a whiteboard and there's all of this stuff drawn on it. And he goes, you want me to tell you what that is? And I go, yeah, well, sure. Bobby and I, he goes, I had the Israeli defense minister here last night for dinner, and then he's got me and Bobby Slayton. I mean, what kind of a fucking, are you shitting me? And then he said, and so we were talking about, he was showing me what kind of defense systems Israel would use in case of attack.
Wow.
And I thought, you know what? First up, what is the Israeli defense minister?
Yeah, definitely a Mossad agent.
What the fuck is the matter? Why would you tell me this is already, now it's weird.
Yes.
Yeah. Nothing else is weird, but I know this was like a honk, something is wrong in this house.
Yeah.
Sure.
This is a guy who's working on his defense many years before.
Right.
You know, I mean,
Right.
That's interesting. I mean, and his place was outstanding, right? I mean, it was just
it was major.
gorgeous. Yeah.
And it kind of is like a big, it was a big, and it didn't have a lot of furniture in it. It was very bare, but it was done well.
And one of the more famous comedians Epstein hung out with was Chris Tucker. He was part of that humanitarian trip to Africa with Bill Clinton and Kevin Spacey on Epstein's private jet
Well, that one's not
in the early
surprising.
2000s. So this was
Chris Tucker, I'm surprised by. And I think Chris Tucker just, I don't think he was, I mean, maybe he was, but I don't think so, man. I think Chris Tucker just made a mistake. Didn't realize. I mean, they were flying with the fucking president. So to Chris Tucker, like, I'm hanging with the president of the United States. Like, I don't think he knew the darkness underneath all that.
Before Epstein was ever convicted, but also Kevin Spacey admitted there were young girls on the plane.
I felt he put the president at risk on that trip to South Africa because there were these young girls. And we were like, who is this guy? So I will say this.
There were young girls on those flights.
There were young girls on those flights, yeah.
We flew Bill Clinton and a lot of different, that was a humanitarian trip to Africa. And I met him on that trip because it was his plane. I didn't know who plane we was getting on, but it was a whole bunch of dignitary people. We was with a delegation. And yeah, I met him, and you don't know people, what they do in their private lives. So yeah.
But tell me this, Chris. You was on this private plane, and you could tell that it was a private plane because they called it, Lolita Express?
Oh, yeah, it was a private plane. Yes. Oh, yes.
But wait a minute. You didn't never go to that island, did you?
No. I don't know where that thing got.
Then Chris actually was scheduled to meet up with Epstein a few times after his first conviction. In July of 2013, Epstein got this email from his assistant, I think, and it said, Chris Tucker would love to stop by. He was thrilled to hear from you. And then he was scheduled to meet with Epstein again also later that year in August. But the comedian who was in the files the most, I think, is definitely Woody Allen.
Yeah. Woody was his bait, dude. He was the lure to bring in all those fucking retarded celebrities who looked up to this fucking weirdo who married his own daughter.
That dude is like one of the most mentioned people in there. And in this one email between Epstein and someone else, Epstein told him that he was going to Paris to meet with Woody. And the person asked if it was a pedo convention. So even Epstein's friends would make jokes about how creepy they are. Also, Woody Allen's wife/daughter was emailing Epstein about Anthony Weiner, who had just gotten busted for sexting a minor. And Woody's wife said, I feel sorry for him. It was disgusting what that 15-year-old did to him. I hate women taking advantage of guys. She knew what she was doing and how vulnerable Weiner was. What's her excuse for being a despicable and disgusting person? She should be ashamed of herself. And I bet this is how a lot of sorry for him. Also, Woody Allen's wife/daughter was emailing Epstein about Anthony Weiner, who had just gotten busted for sexting a minor. And Woody's wife said, I feel sorry for him. It was disgusting what that...
Stockholm syndrome, bro. There's got to be Stockholm syndrome. Because she's absolutely a victim. Okay, if you don't know Sun Yi, what was it? Who was it? Faye Dunaway? Was who Woody was married to. They adopted Sun Yi. I think she was a Vietnamese or whatever. And, I mean, Woody Allen was literally her father as a child, and then they get married. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that he was grooming this child, and he fell in love with this child. And I don't know, man. But she seems to think it's perfectly normal. That's insane to me.
15-year-old did to him. I hate women taking advantage of guys. She knew what she was doing and how vulnerable Wiener was. What's her excuse for being a despicable and disgusting person? She should be ashamed of herself. And I bet this is how a lot of Epstein's friends thought of his crimes too. They think of...
I guess she's got to rationalize it in her head that it's not a bad thing because it's what happened to her. It's perfectly normal. And I feel bad for her, man.
Him and the clients as victims. That's why when they say they're protecting the victims, they're really protecting the clients.
You met her at 12, Buddha Priest? She's Korean. Okay, thank you, Buddhist Priest. I forget. I remember watching that documentary that came out about it, but I forget the details, man. There's only so much space in my brain.
I think the elites were taken advantage of by these underage girls. So it's crazy what's going on here. But let me know what you guys think about it all down in the comments. And make sure you check out the Patreon. I just posted a new video.
Go check out his Patreon, guys. Go check it out. Go check out mine first. You guys, should we get some romantic music back in here? Happy Valentine's Day, guys. I hope I made your Valentine's Day very warm and soothing. I hope I gave you some comfort on this Valentine's Day. No gooning. Hopefully you guys did no gooning, but hopefully I got deep in that heart. Deep inside that heart muscle. Much love, everybody. It's been fun. I'll try to do another one on tomorrow night. You guys have been a blast. You've been the greatest audience of all time. The greatest audience somebody could ask for.
67 super chatted $10. I broke it off with the other podcasters during your show. You're the only live streamer in my life. Now play Eric Weinstein Gets Bullied by Joe Rogan and Jim Brewer.
You got it.
Happy Valentine's Day.
You got it. El Jefe, thank you. Your loyalty means everything for me, okay? I don't want to share, all right? I'm very, very greedy. I'm a greedy lover, El Jefe. Thank you, El Jefe. You rock. Yeah, let me pull it up, bro. Good idea. We'll end it with some laughs here. And Eric Weinstein, by the way, I don't know if he was on the private plane or the island, but he did take investments from Epstein because Epstein was paying a lot of people. Let's see here. Eric Weinstein Gets Bullied by Rogan and Brewer. I know this is it's one of my favorites because Brewer is just so fucking funny. And editing Jim Brewer was an honor because I grew up as a kid. A huge Jim Brewer fan from SNL and Half Baked, and the first comedian I ever saw in my life was when I was 13 with my dad in Corpus Christi. We went to the Harbor Playhouse, and we saw Jim Brewer, and it was so fucking great. It was like a lot of the classic Jim Brewer bits that we all remember from the 90s. You know, where he gets home and his mom is like, he's doing the devil voice for his mom. So it was really an honor to get to edit Jim Brewer because to me he's just super fucking talented. But here you guys go. We'll end it on this one. Thank you guys. Much love. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Thank you for hanging out with me for Valentine's Day, and we'll see you on the next one after this fun little edit, guys.
Tell me, Joe, when you ask why as a kid, what happens if you keep asking? The light in this room comes from a water wiggle structure about a circle that nobody's ever seen that is at every point in space and time.
I don't understand what that means.
Dude, what the
Like everything in here is made up of up quarks, down quarks, and electrons held together by force particles.
Yeah.
And I could use, if we had the opportunity.
I don't know what the fuck you just said. How about
dude,
that?
What are you doing? It's weird, dude.
X4 is 4 parameters.
Okay. Here's a question for you. Who gives a shit, you moron?
Jamie, could you bring up something called Boskin Wild versus Mild?
No.
There are things that aren't funny.
It's really funny.
Here comes my next question. Are you stupid? It's a simple, it's just a question. There's issues, something going on there.
Something's happening.
You need a friend.
Yeah.
You need a friend.
How dare you? What the hell is wrong with you people?
What'd you say?
Fuck you.
You motherfucker.
This is just dumb.
Oh my God, I'm just asking you a question.
I want him out.
Go fuck yourself.
I don't want to have it. I don't want to be involved with him.
You're so stupid.
Fuck these people.
I will knock your fucking teeth down your fucking throat, you motherfucker! If you don't want to fucking be here, get the fuck out! You don't shit on my shit because you don't want to fucking... Oh, dude.
I know Kung Fu.
I'll knock his fucking teeth down his throat. I'm not from the writing world.
He's criminally insane. He's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
He's fucking completely crazy.
I'm nuts. I'm full-blown nuts.
Guy murdered his fucking mother. He's done like 10 or 12 years in jail for stabbing his mom to death. Uh-oh.
That's a little sharp right there.
You should go kick his ass.
No. Why?
You should fight to the death.
Yes.
I can't.
Why?
Back off.
There's nothing you can do about it. You're gonna have to arrest me.
It's hard to explain when you lock eyes with a predator and they have the intention of eating you.
What?
I would love to do that. I'm ready, man.
Because they're looking at you like, is this what I'm eating?
I'm coming to eat you.
Go fuck yourselves.
Woo! Down, 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 down.
Fuck you!
Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Here's some other videos to watch that you might like or you might not. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified.